now rocking with the hottest boxing podcast in the land with your host, Coach Malachi Williams.
True.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's going on, family? This is our boy, Coach Malachi, in the building. And we're back. To Media Podcast. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. I don't know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Let me see. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. Let me see. Sound like y'all can hear me. Give me a thumbs up. Hold on, give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me. Let me blow this, refresh this right quick. All right, I think y'all can hear me. All right, cool. Everything good. I just had to make sure because I'm looking at the show here. It looked like it wasn't doing nothing, and then okay, yeah, it's cool. Y'all can hear me. All right, that's cool, man. Thank everybody for letting me know. All right, yeah, we back up in this BI. Hey, man. I feel reinvigorated. I feel fresh, so fresh is so clean. I was, hold on 1 minute. Yeah, I was kicking it with my brothers. Y'all know I got another podcast we do, you know what I mean, right here in the city of Tampa. So we haven't released any episodes yet, but been doing recording, you know what I mean? So doing a lot of recording, and it's not, we've been doing a lot of recording and stuff like that, and we got some things we're working on from a social media aspect. It give me an opportunity to do some other stuff, man. I'm doing some other stuff that ain't got nothing, that's totally have nothing to do with boxing. We talk about some boxing stuff, but we really just talk about what is it? Sports life and real talk. You know what I mean? We talk about sports life and real talk. So it's like a sports life and real talk podcast. Kind of like, it's crazy because it's the shit that I really wanted to do here. But this channel was built different. This channel was built, kind of differently. So, I know my audience pretty well. So but yeah, so that's what we doing I'm doing that on another podcast, and the shit gonna do very, very well. It's gonna do very well, so I'm just real happy about that. And but right here, let's talk this boxing shit. Got some surprises for y'all coming down the pipe. You get what I'm saying? I have some surprises for y'all coming down the pipe. We're gonna have some young fighters on the show, some more young fighters on the show as well. I need to call my young brother Jaleel Hackett. That's what I need to call. We're gonna have some more young brothers on the show as well. And as a matter of fact, y'all remind me to call Jaleel Hackett. We're gonna call Jaleel Hackett later on in the show because I want to hear what Jaleel Hackett got to say. You know what I mean? We missed him last week. We're gonna get him this week. So yeah, man. So I got some young fighters coming on. My main man, Sha Money. I got Sha Money coming on. I think Sha Money like 4 or 5-0. Yeah, he 5-0 right now. He had a fight down in Texas, if I'm not mistaken. Was it Texas? I think it was Houston or somewhere in Texas. I think either Houston or somewhere around there, right? I gotta find out. Sha Money, you know what I mean? Sha Money, he's a part of You know, he's a part of Team Freeway Boxing, so as well, him and his dad, so we gonna get Shot Money on, we gonna get Keith Cologne back on, we gonna get Jaleel Hackett on, and get the jitter. We got to get King Cam back on the show, get King Cam back on the show. You get what I'm saying? So that we got to do. We got to promote these jitterbugs as well while we in the process of, promoting the fights that we want to see and stuff like that. See, what we're not going to do, we're not going to allow the machine to control us. We're not going to allow DAZN to control us. We're not going to allow Turkey Al-Sheikh to control us. We're not going to allow Ring or Golden Boy or PBC or any of these companies, Mike's Room, Top Rank, whatever, to control us. We're going to do what we came to do, and we're going to talk about what the fuck we came to talk about, because we pledge allegiance to nobody. True. We pledge allegiance to the True Media Podcast, TMP family. That's it. Anything outside of the family, fuck them. Anything outside of the family. You dig? Anyways. Hey, Big John Doe, what up, though? Big John Doe, what up, though? You get what I'm saying? So, whatever. We got these jitterbugs coming up. Now, gotta talk about Vergil Ortiz and Jaron Boots Ennis and DAZN. We gotta talk about that. Do you want to know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because Dan Rayfield put out a tweet that was yesterday. That was a while ago, about 20 hours ago. Yesterday. That was yesterday. Yesterday about I want to say about 6:30 p.m., something like that. 6:30 p.m. You know what I mean? This is right after we shut the show down. You know what I mean? He blowed up a whole lot of stuff that was going on. Looked like somebody trying to see. This the thing, right? This the thing I see going on. You got a tug of war going on between Boots Ennis and Vergil Ortiz from a narrative standpoint. Both sides have been accused of ducking at one point in time. I remember when Boots was at welterweight and they was trying to fight Vergil Ortiz. Robert Garcia said that, I want to say it was Robert. I could be wrong. Want to say it was Robert, but they asked him about that fight, and I think Robert said, we'll be ready for that fight in about 3-4 years or something of that sort, somewhere around there, right? I want to say it was Robert Garcia. I could be wrong about the person, but I think it was Robert Garcia. Then we know about the when Verge went to 154, and then Turkey Al-Sheikh offered Jaron Boots Ennis to fight, and told him, okay, you want the title, move up to 154, you could fight him. Verge said, we said yes, and I'm the only one that said yes. So Boots, we did a show on that. Boots didn't want to move up. He said he wanted to become undisputed, only to move up the very next fight. So we saw what happened with that. So Boots has been labeled a duck. Now, so both sides have been labeled ducks. So now, it's one duck apiece. It's one duck apiece. Vergil and then Boots. Now we got the tiebreaker. We got the duck tiebreaker. Shout out to Jessica. Jessica, what's going on? Now we have the duck tiebreaker. The duck tiebreaker goes to Vergil Ortiz. Boots. We saw Boots on the ground. I don't know if you guys know, there was a government shutdown, not government. It was a government shutdown. And in the government shutdown, there was a lot going on, a lot of stuff that, it wasn't working right or something of that sort, right? So Jaron Boots Ennis, he had to fight through the snow, fight through the elements of the earth, not earth. He fight through the elements of the earth. And he strapped his boots on and he came to Fort Worth, Texas. And he was in the building with Errol Spence, a.k.a. the Big Fist, Jamel Chalo, a.k.a. I Ran from Canelo, Teofimo Hopans was in there, the Bigot, you got the Bigot, Teofimo there, and a couple other people. I think it wasn't much. It wasn't star-studded and nothing like that. The place wasn't sold out, but they said it was a good crowd. And, so the Boots on the ground came there, and Eddie the Hitman Herb was there. And he came there for the sole purposes of, letting Vergil Ortiz know that I'm serious about fighting. I'm ready to fight. What's happening? Now, I don't criticize both of these fighters. I'm going to tell Jaron Boots Ennis fans something, and I'm going to tell Vergil Ortiz fans something. I'm not on your side. I'm not Team Boots. I'm not Team Vergil Ortiz. I really don't give a damn. Telling y'all right now. Not on your side, fam. I'm on the side of boxing. So, I'm going to call it like I see it. You don't like my take? Fine. I'm still going to call it like I see it. So, we got the duck tiebreaker. The duck tiebreaker goes to Vergil Ortiz. I'm going to tell you why. Boots stepped in the ring. Vergil Ortiz said, yeah, it's time. Yeah, we need to have that fight now. And Boots said, I'm going to show you, I'm going to make you pay for all that, what y'all been saying. The crowd was booing him and everything. He was there by himself. He was the lone Philadelphia Eagle there by himself. Nobody else from Philly was in there but him. So it take nuts to do that to me. All right, you came in this motherfucker backyard. I mean, he ain't really popping like that, but he came in his backyard and, you were surrounded by Mexicans. You was the only, sources say it was only 3 black people there. Boots was one of the 3. Oh, no. Sources say it was 5. It was Errol Spence, Jamel Charlo, Jaron Boots Ennis, the black referee, and I think Erickson Lubin. And I don't know who was training Erickson Lubin. So they say there was only 5 that was there. True. I said it was a couple other black people sprinkled throughout the audience, but it wasn't enough to make a difference. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, so I take my hat out to you for that. I criticized Boots. I have. I know a lot of niggas in Philly are mad at me right now. Y'all will be all right. But I said what I said. I stand on that. I ain't apologizing for anything I motherfuckers say. Because far as I'm concerned, both of these niggas ducking. But the duck tiebreaker goes to Vergil Ortiz. Why do I say that? Vergil Ortiz is the one that said, Boots said, Boots, and I got the video, I can play it. He said, I got something for you. And I think Vergil Ortiz said, what do you have for me? Is that a yes? He said, yeah, I got a yes for you. Yes. That's what he said. I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he said. What do you have a yes? Or something like that. He said, yes, I have a yes. Bam, so I got the Holy Ghost. I'm doing the Tootsie Roll, the butterfly, the Cabbage Patch. God is in the chat trying to tell me, coach, you getting a little too excited. Goddess had don't seen the flim flam from the jumper. I didn't see the flim flam because I got so caught up into the emotions of happiness that the emotions of happiness clouded my vision. To this day. The emotions of happiness clouded my vision. Only to come to find out, Goddess was right. So I had to rewind, to regather my emotions. I think a day had done went by, and then I started seeing what Vergil was saying, Vergil daddy was saying, his pappy was saying, Robert Garcia's scary ass was saying. I like Robert Garcia too, dog. Man, I hate that because I like Robert Garcia so much. I like Robert Garcia, but guess what? Just because I like you, don't mean you can't get chastised too. True. I used to watch Robert Garcia fights when he was a fighter and all that stuff there. But as a trainer, Robert Garcia, when it comes to Vergil Ortiz, you moving like a bitch. Gotta say it. I got to say it. You know what I mean? Fuck the interview. I don't give a fuck about interviewing none of these niggas anyway. True. Because they want you to kiss their ass, They don't want you to tell them what God love. They want you to kiss their ass to get interviews. I don't give a fuck. You niggas ain't popping like that. Whether it's the trainers, whether it's the promoter, whether it's the daddy, whether it's the cousin, niggas ain't popping like that. You ain't popping shit. I'm popping over here at 2TMP. This was popping over here. I'm just telling you right now. Shit, you get what I'm saying? I call it like I see it. Fuck it. I don't get none of the money no goddamn way. Anyways, so I say all that to say this. So Oscar with the holler about we the A side. I say I'm familiar with that talk. Familiar with that talk very well. PBC used to do that shit all the time. His fighter. We the A side. I need 10 million just to talk to me. What else he said? You got to fight. You got to fight whole head cheese first. No, I got a better idea. We gonna fight Vergil. We gonna fight Spence at Dallas Stadium. We gonna pack it out and sell it out. Why you ain't fighting in Dallas Stadium now? That's the question I have. Why you ain't fighting in Dallas Stadium now? Do you want to know why? Because that nigga Vergil Ortiz ain't popping like that. He ain't big enough to do no motherfucking Dallas Stadium. Errol Spence is, though. They ain't gonna sell no 90,000. Errol ain't never did that. He ain't do that with Mikey. He ain't do that with Mikey Garcia. So you trying to talk like this, like Vergil Ortiz, some hot shit. That's this mega draw. He ain't Canelo. It ain't but one Mexican fighter that can do what Canelo did, and that's Canelo. Vergil Ortiz, he can't do it. Jaime Munguia, he can't do it. Esau Pitbull Cruz, he can't do it. It ain't but one orca from Mexico, and that did 73,000 with Billy Joe Saunders in Dallas Stadium, and that's doggone Canelo Alvarez. As I said before, you remove Canelo from the equation, guess what? Y'all ain't got nobody. Those are the facts. True. Anyways, I know that might have offended some people. I don't give a damn. I got enough friends. I don't need your friendship. I'm good. So you need Errol Spence, a guy who hasn't fought in 2.5 years, coming off a knockout loss, to pack Dallas Stadium. You play the A-side semantics with Boots. I ain't got no problem with that. Because Boots did the same thing. His team did the same thing to another fighter I don't want to mention. So I'm not team Boots, and I'm not team Vergil Ortiz. Both sides doing the same shit. Don't get it twisted. However, the Duck tiebreaker goes to Vergil Ortiz. I'll tell you why. Boots pulled up at your house, knocked on your door, told your wife to let him in. He walked in your house, wiped his boots, wiped his shoes off on your carpet inside your house and say, man, I'm tired of you talking all that shit. You saying I'm ducking. I said you were ducking. Forget all that. That's the past. I'm here now. What's happening? See, where I'm from, when a nigga pull up on you like that, you got to handle that. Where I'm from, right? But we know how Golden Boy operates. There was a cartoon I used to watch in the 80s. Was the 80s or 90s? I think the 90s. It was called Ducktales. They had Scrooge McDuck, Huey Louie, Dewey McDuck, Launchpad McDuck. They had a whole lot of McDucks out there, right? Just a whole lot of McDucks, right? And then, you know, some of these niggas be taking turns ducking. It's my turn to duck. No, it's your turn to duck. Okay, when you finna duck, okay, back my time to duck now. Okay, no, it's your turn to duck. So, niggas are arguing about who ducking who. I ain't duck you, you duck me. No, I ain't duck you, you duck me. Look, man, look, fuck that. The nigga here now, what's happening? I'm past all that. The nigga is here now. What's happening? Well, yeah, man, I had wanted to fight you back then, but when you had the opportunity, you see what I'm saying, baby boy? Both of y'all 28 years old. Last time I checked. An African-American stud versus a Mexican stud. Mexican-American stud that don't speak Spanish. African-American stud versus a Mexican-American stud. According to Oscar De La Hoya, Vergil Ortiz is a superstar. According to Eddie Hearn, Jaron Boots Ennis is a superstar. I don't superstar neither one of these niggas, but that's okay. We just gonna run with it. According to their promoters, they superstars. Then what is Canelo? If Boots Ennis and Vergil Ortiz is a superstar, what is Canelo? They make anybody a superstar nowadays. You ain't got to do shit to be a superstar. A nigga who ain't never won a belt before in his life, never fought for a title in his life, he a superstar. Anyway, that's a whole nother story for another day, right? Yeah, what else was I gonna say? There's a whole lot. Got a whole lot of shit to say. Got a whole lot of. I'm team fuck the other side. I'm telling you right now. I'm finna piss everybody off. I'm team fuck the other side. There's a special way I fold my flag, and I'll bust your head if it's about that cash. Y'all need to listen to Dunk Riders. Give me a dickie, I don't need an outfit. A 305 fitted just to match my kicks, because bitch, I'm live. Fuck the other side. I said twice. Fuck the other side. You know what I mean? Y'all go look up a group called Dunk Riders. Trick Daddy, Iceberg, and Fella. But that's another story for another day. You know what I mean? I ain't team neither one of these motherfuckers. Fuck both of them, to be honest with you. To be honest with you. But anyway. But the man came to your house, fam. He said, what do you have for me? He said, I got a yes. I want to fight. You said, yeah, we need to make that fight happen. That's what you said, Vergil Ortiz. That's what you said out of your mouth, out of your fat mouth. Then right after that, you went to holler about, well, it don't matter who I fight next, but my dream fight is Errol Spence. You didn't say nothing about Errol Spence being your dream fight before when you fought Lubin. You didn't say Errol Spence was your dream fight when you fought Bullchuck, the dude who beat you that you got a gift against. That you got a gift to. He dropped you twice. The Golden Boy Special played a good part in that. But that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna give you a pass on that one. Now all of a sudden, yeah, man, that's my dream fight. Spence don't came to the arena for a reason. They setting something up, coach. That's what y'all were telling me yesterday, right? Dude called the show yesterday from Texas. I say, man, have we heard anything from Errol Spence? Who paying Errol Spence the type of money that he want? Oh man, everything good. We gonna put it in Dallas Stadium, man. And Vergil and Spence gonna sell out 90,000. Vergil can't sell out the Dallas Stadium now. He can't do a third of Dallas Stadium. He ain't popping like that. He sell out his last fight. So it appears that your plan is to piggyback off of the popularity of Errol Spence. Let's bring Spence on in here, baby boy. Nigga ain't fought in 2.5 years. Shit, he flat-footed too. He flat-footed with slow jab. So yeah, bro, you can blast him out, and then that'll really take you to superstar status. They had it all planned out. They had it all planned out. I said, I asked a valid question yesterday. I said, have we heard anything from Errol Spence? No, Spence ain't said nothing. All of the YouTube detectives, they figured it all out. No, Spence ain't said nothing, but we just know him. You know the reason why he there, cause they already working something out. I'm like, I know a lot of motherfuckers I be talking to on the phone, and I don't know who these niggas in the chat know, but you know, I don't know. Maybe they know something I don't know. But that's neither here nor there. Then you went to holler about, well, you know, Errol Spence is the one you really want to fight next. That's your dream fight. After saying, yeah, man, you know, we need to make that fight happen next with Boots in the ring. Then you went to saying, yeah, you know, well, whatever my team says, you know, I'm with my team. I know I got my team got my back and I got their back. I said, okay, I see where this shit going at. Then Oscar got up there. Yeah, man, you know, yeah, we can make a fight happen. Vergil has options. He has options, guys. Vergil has options. Yeah, see, Vergil, you know, we can fight Errol Spence in Dallas Stadium for with the 90,000 fans. We can do that. That's the same shit Scampson said. If Errol Spence couldn't get a fight with his label mate, Sebastian Pandora, PBC's very own, that didn't happen because Al Haymon and them didn't have the type of money that he wanted, from what I'm hearing. And Golden Boy, with that last fight you did with doggone Vergil Ortiz and Lubin, that shit was trash. The undercard was trash, bro. That was probably one of the worst fight cards I've seen in a long time. And there was a few bad fight cards this year, but that right there was one of them. You probably spent $50,000 to put that entire fight together. Y'all got Lubin for the low. You don't got to pay Vergil much money. You know what I mean? He don't want much. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. So I'm like, shit, all this Dallas Stadium shit, if he popping like that, he should be able to just, you know, y'all talking like he Canelo some goddamn body. He not that, fam. He not that. Then Oscar went to holler about Vergil's the champion. The champion where? He got a belt. I got that same belt Vergil got over there. Outside of my office. I got that same goddamn belt. Sebastian Fundora got the real WBC championship belt. Bakram got the real IBF belt. Xander Zayas got the real WBO belt. And Abbas got the real WBA belt. What the fuck belt Vergil Ortiz got? That makes him a champion. Outside of the 4 established champions that's already in the division. True. And really, to be honest with you, there is no 4 champions. There should be 1 champion. You have 4 major sanctioning body title holders. That's what you have. And whoever had the ring belt will be considered the superior champion because the ring belt is the original belt. That's the original belt, the ring belt. But for the sake of argument in today's time, if you can unify all of the belts, if you can unify the division, that way, and maybe get a ring belt on top of that, that would make you the champion, the overall consensus of a champion. It ain't no 4 champions in the NFL. It's 1. There is no 4 champions in the NBA. It's 1. The best in the AFC gonna fight the best in the NFC and the Super Bowl, and whoever wins is the sole champion. Now, of course, you got NFC. You got the NFC Championship game. Of course, you do have that. You got the AFC Championship game. You do have that. Then you have division champions. You won the division. You're the division champion this year for the NFC South or the AFC North. And then if you win the NFC Championship game, you're the NFC champion. Then if you win the Super Bowl, you're the Super Bowl champion. The Super Bowl champion is the main champion. It's the top dog. All the other shit is cool, but the Super Bowl champion is the main champ. That's how I work in organized sports. And then in boxing, that's how I used to work. Shit, nigga, Sugar Ray Robinson. It's an overall consensus. Sugar Ray Robinson, baddest motherfucker. Henry Armstrong, the baddest motherfucker. Ali, the baddest motherfucker. You know what I mean? He had the belt. Hagler, the baddest motherfucker from 1980 to 87. I had the undisputed title. You get what I'm saying? It's an overall consensus. Yeah, this nigga. You know what I mean? I'm just just letting you know, right? Anyways, so I'm gonna say it like this. Let me go ahead and read my opening monologue. Let me read my opening monologue. So I could drop these phones. I'm going to show this damn Rayfield shit and then drop these phone lines. Because I want to hear what the people got to say. You did? Dan Rayfield confirms. DAZN says no to Vergil Ortiz's. As a matter of fact, the real reason DAZN said no to Vergil Ortiz versus Errol Spence. The real reason, right? In a recent X post, Dan Rayfield confirmed via sources that DAZN has no interest in making the Vergil Ortiz versus Errol Spence fight. I had the receipts on that. DAZN is only interested in making the Ortiz versus Jaron Boots Ennis fight. According to Dan Rayfield. And everybody know Dan has been around a long time. A lot of y'all take what Dan say, yada, yada, yada. It is what it is, and that's fine. We're not going to pick and choose today. Dan Rayfield is connected. I bear witness to that. He got me blocked on Twitter, but that's okay. A whole bunch of motherfuckers got me blocked. I don't even know why. I never leave a comment on any of these guys' stuff. Anybody who follow me on Twitter, you never see me post anything. Only time you see me post something is when I'm posting what's the topic of today's show. And I may retweet some stuff. I retweet stuff that I intend on covering. But yeah, that's it. So, Tank blocked me. Dan Rayfield blocked me. The black man don't like me, and the white man upset with me. True. True. And the Mexicans say fuck me, and the Chinese say the hell with me. So guess what? I'm an equal opportunity pisser offer. I'm internationally known for pissing motherfuckers off. This is what I do. Been doing this shit a long time. I really don't give a damn. You know, if you ever been in this city right here, man, we move different here in this city. We really don't give a fuck. I mean that. That's what we don't give a damn, dog. We don't give a damn. We don't. Anyways, in my opinion, this is the right thing to do, right? In a recent expose, he said that they're not interested in the Vergil Ortiz and Errol Spence fight. And in my opinion, this is the right thing to do by DAZN. Golden Boy wants to fight Errol Spence, who hasn't fought since July of 2023 after brutally being knocked out by Terence Crawford. But guess what? Errol Spence is still such a big star that even without him fighting in 2.5 years, he'll still Errol Spence can announce he can do a meet and greet at Dallas Stadium, and he'll have more people come out at a meet and greet to see him, to meet with him, meet and greet with him and take pictures with him, then Vergil Ortiz can draw for one of his fights. Yeah, I said it. Errol Spence can do a meet and greet right now, at Dallas Stadium. And more motherfuckers will come out to meet with Errol and take a picture with him, then Vergil Ortiz can draw at one of his fights. So it is what it is. So it appears to me that you need Errol Spence to help bolster this guy that you say is a superstar. And then another thing, Oscar, you said, well, Vergil is the A side. Well, let me ask you a question. Let's just say, hypothetically, Vergil Ortiz was to get the Errol Spence fight. Who would be the A side in that? Will you tell Errol Spence, Errol, Vergil is the A side? Would you tell Errol Spence, Errol, we need $10 million to fight to fight Vergil Ortiz? What would be the language in that? Would you tell Errol Spence the same thing that you telling Boots? I need 10 million. Your baby mama gotta be bow-legged. Your cousin gotta know how to do the Mexican cha-cha slides. Your auntie gotta know how to play foursquare. You have to do more. Oh, and hold on, shout out to Timothy Bradley. Tim Bradley, you my guy. You know that. But you know I can't let you slide with that bullshit you said yesterday. True. Can't let you slide, Tim. No. I can't let you slide, baby. No, sir, Tim. I don't know. And again, Tim Bradley, that's my guy. I'm gonna be respectful. That's my main man. I fuck with Tim Bradley heavy. Y'all know that. But goddamn it, just because I fuck with you, don't mean goddamn it you can't get it too. It is what it is. He gonna get it too. Tim Bradley, you gonna get it too. Anyways, again, I get what Golden Boy's trying to do. But that fight right there with Errol Spence make no sense to me at all. Now it makes sense from a financial standpoint because Errol Spence get the piggyback off of the fame and popularity of the boy from DeSoto, Texas. There's no more popular fighter in the state of Texas than Errol Spence. Nobody. You could take Jamel and Jamal Charlo, Vergil Ortiz, Kid Austin. What other fighter there is in Texas? I think Oshaki Foss, all that. You could take all them fighters, mix them together into one fighter, and ain't none of them combined more popular than Errol Spence in Texas. True. These are the facts. So we're not gonna play these crackhead games. Okay? Now, as I said before, I get what Golden Boy trying to do, but that fight make no sense to me. Spence wants a certain amount of money, and Spence only fights champions. That's another thing. The big fish fight champions. Once he went to Australia, once he went to the UK and beat Kell Brook, who was weight drained and had a broken orbital bone from fighting Triple G. Big fish Monica Ben, he want to fight the top guys. He ended up fighting not Lamont Roach. What's my name in there from DC? Lamont Peterson and all of those guys. And then he fought Sean Porter because Spence had the IBF. He fought Sean Porter for the WBC title, unified that. Then he fought Ugas. He took the IBF, he took the WBA from him after Ugas beat Manny Pacquiao. And then when he came back, he fought Danny and he fought he fought Danny and beat Ugas. He took the belt. And then he ended up fighting Terence Crawford. When Spence jumped in the ring with Sebastian Fundora, he went straight at the champion. That's the guy who got the belt, same side of the street. He went straight at the champion. So, again, I don't, I would like to see Errol Spence have a tune-up fight myself, but, if he decided to come back, and don't nobody know anything about him coming back. Do you want to know why? Because Errol Spence haven't said anything. Errol Spence haven't said one word about when coming back. He put some memes out and stuff like that, but what the fuck does a meme mean? Until I verbally hear a motherfucker say, yeah, I'm coming back, I'm going to be back this day, fight this guy, that's that. So, it makes sense. I see how it makes sense for Team Vergil Ortiz, because they get a chance to get notoriety off a fighter that's the most popular fighter in the state name. And then if you can beat him coming off a layoff, it'll take you to whatever status you want to try to get to. I get that. But where does that fight make sense for Errol Spence? This boy ain't got no belt. Vergil Ortiz, they never won a title in the 9 years. Next year be 10 years this man been boxing as a pro. How many championship fights has he had? 0. So I'm like, okay, well, why would Spence fight him? Wasn't nobody saying that yesterday? Oh, man, it's going to be big money and all that stuff there. I'm like, man, okay, where the money coming from? The draw is Errol Spence. It ain't doggone Vergil Ortiz. Now, you might could say, yeah, well, 2 Texas guys coming together, that's going to make it a bigger fight. I can agree with that. But Errol Spence don't need, we're going to use Timothy Bradley talking points. Vergil Ortiz don't need Boots. Boots need Vergil Ortiz. Well, guess what? Errol Spence don't need Vergil Ortiz. Vergil Ortiz needs Errol Spence. Since we're going to play that game. So what's the benefit in Errol Spence fighting a nigga who ain't never been a champion before in his life? Never had a desire to fight the champions. What's the benefit for Errol Spence? We see how it's beneficial for you, but what's beneficial for Errol Spence? Oh, I get it. I get it. Anyways, just call it like it is. Team fuck the other side is in the building. To this day. Anyways. The last I checked, Golden Boy doesn't have the type of money that Spence would even want to come back to the ring. That's why the Spence and Fundora fight didn't happen. Errol ain't finna fight for peanuts. Errol like, man, nah, you know what, my nigga, this shit ain't even, y'all talking about paying me this little bit, nah, I'm good. Man, I made $25 million my last fight, man. I'm good. And Errol Spence don't, from what I'm hearing, he don't blow his money. They say he don't blow his money. He don't drink no more. So he's not an alcoholic no more. So he got a lot more sense about himself now. Did you get what I'm saying? Because he ain't out hanging out partying and drinking and hanging with Yellow Beezy and kissing rappers, and he ain't doing that no more. So he good on that. You get what I'm saying? And two, Vergil Ortiz, as I said before, is not a champion. Nor has he ever been one. So Ortiz's team clearly doesn't want to fight Jaron Ennis. And I get it. Right? And I understand why. They don't like that style. I get it. They don't like that style. They're like, man, every time we fight one of those type of guys, man, we know what happens. We can fight the regular ones. We can fight the regular ones, but these guys that's supposed to be, the very athletic guys and the slick ones, we try to stay away from them because historically it doesn't work out. I get it. You get what I'm saying? I swear to God, I get it. And again, that don't mean that y'all won't knock Boots out. You probably knock him out. I don't know. But anyways, but as I said before, Ortiz's team clearly doesn't want the Jaron Boots in this fight, and I get it. Ortiz and Boots don't have many options at this point. Let me break it down. The WBO junior welterweight champ Xander Zayas is scheduled to fight the WBA junior middleweight champ Abbas. So you got the WBO junior middleweight champ Xander Zayas versus Abbas Baru. He's the WBA junior middleweight champion. They fighting each other in a unification match in January. The IBF champ, Bakram, is fighting Josh Kelly. He's fighting him in the UK. And the IBF junior middleweight champion title is on the line. They're fighting sometime in January next year, 2026. So then you got Sebastian Fundora. But guess what? Sebastian Fundora is under contract to fight Keith Thurman. That fight got canceled, delayed, or whatever because Fundora said he hurt his hand. Now, according to my sources, that fight got canceled because it wasn't selling. Fundora's not a draw. And Keith Thurman ain't no goddamn draw. It wasn't selling. That's what my sources say. So now Keith Thurman like, nah, this motherfucker got to fight me. They still got a contract, so they supposed to be fighting whenever his hand get better. So you got three pieces on the chessboard who got belts off the table. Now, Vergil Ortiz and Boots can do one or two things. They can sit back and wait till those guys finish and challenge the champions, or they can fight each other. Or they just gonna sit around, we gonna wait after January and see what happened with them, then we'll, you know what I mean? Or they can fight each other. Because the champions are busy. Fundora hurt, sitting on the shelf. Abbas is fighting Xander. WBA, WBO. And the IBF is fighting Kelly in January. What y'all gonna do? So anyways, as I said before, Fundora is scheduled to fight Keith Thurman as soon as Fundora come back from that hand injury. That leaves Vergil Ortiz and Boots Ennis on the outside looking in. DAZN is standing on business when it comes to Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya, and Ortiz by stating that they are only interested in making the Ortiz versus Boots fight. I like the fact that DAZN is saying that. Ortiz can always circle back and fight the title holders at 154 if he satisfies his obligation to DAZN. What did you guys think about DAZN not being interested in the Errol Spence fight for Vergil Ortiz? What do you guys think about that? Today's show was sponsored by Foster's Barbershop. If you're in the city of Tampa, download the app Booksy, that's BOOKSY, and look up Foster's Barbershop. Let them know that Coach Malachi sent you. You will receive a 10% discount. Also, Foster's Barbershop is located at 1923 West Main Street, West Tampa, Florida, 33607. Have a tiki bar in the back and all that stuff there, serve drinks and stuff like that. So, if you want to if you're in the city of Tampa, get a haircut, get in contact with Foster. It's a high-end barbershop. It ain't no regular barbershop. It's a high-end barbershop. So you get there. And this is why I get my merch at too. The rules, this sweater I got on, yeah, that's the rules right there. Yeah, man, that's a Tampa thing. If you're in the city of Tampa, you know what this is. That's Old West Tampa right there. That's where I'm from, Old West Tampa. You dig? Anyways, let's give everybody in the chat a round of applause. Yeah, I bleed Tampa. I was baptized in Hillsborough River. I was baptized twice. I was baptized in the baptism pool at First Baptist Church right there on Walnut and Main Street on the red brick road. If you're from West Tampa, West Tampa, you know where First Baptist Church is at. I got baptized there when I was 7. No, 7. When I was 6. And then I got baptized in the Hillsborough River in 1985, right across the street from Columbus Court, right there. Across the street, the bridge right there, Columbus Court right down on Rome and Columbus. This river right there, I got baptized right there. So I got baptized in the Bay. I'm a Tampa nigga in and out. I don't know nothing else but Tampa. Of course, I know a lot more, but you get what I'm saying, though. So I rep this shit on my sleeve. So when I said we team fuck the other side, we team fuck the other side for real. We won't D-ride no niggas. Give a fuck what city you from. We don't do none of that. Care about how much money you got, whatever. We don't care about none of that shit. Nigga, we ain't benefiting. Fuck you.
True.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's how we get down. That's how we get down. You dig? I want to dedicate this show to the hood.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. I did this for the hood. Y'all know I beat that boy.
Yeah, it is what it is. 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 You know what I mean? It is what it is. So, anyways. Chase Money said, yes, sir. Me and my partners hung out at Old Curse in West Side. Oh, right there, Old Coast, right down Willow. Yeah, Old Coast, right there. Old Curse, yeah. Right there, fam. Anyway, let's go over here. Let's go over here and see what. Let's go over here and see what Dan Rayfield got to say. Let's see this shit right here. So this guy right here, he has a Twitter handle by the name of Believe on Jesus Christ. Okay, this guy says, "I am going to be so disappointed if Ortiz fights Spence instead." Okay. Dan Rayfield replies back, "Not going to happen." Per source, DAZN, which has dibs on Ortiz's fights, will not allow that fight to happen. DAZN is exerting intense pressure on Golden Boy to get the Ennis fight done. This is for all you diehard Vergil Ortiz fans out there. You have a problem, address it with Dan Rayfield and address it with the people at DAZN. This guy right here, he says, "I am going to be so disappointed if Ortiz fights Spence instead." Instead meaning instead of Boots. Dan Rayfield replied back, "Not going to happen," saying that the Ortiz and Spence fight not going to happen. He said, per source, and Dan Rayfield is very close to the people at DAZN, he said, which have dibs on Vergil Ortiz's fights. That's true. Vergil Ortiz is going to fight on DAZN. They will not allow that fight to happen. DAZN is exerting intense pressure on Golden Boy, who is the president of who is the owner of Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya, President Eric Gomez, and all those guys over there. They are exerting intense pressure on Golden Boy to get the Ennis fight done. That fight makes a lot of sense. I'm gonna tell you why. Jaron Boots Ennis and Vergil Ortiz are both with DAZN. They both with DAZN. So, that's in-house, baby. Oscar, don't you like making in-house fights? Yeah, now, of course, Boots is not on Golden Boy, but y'all in-house networks, right? That's what Dan Rayfield said. That's what Dan Rayfield said. Did you hear what I'm saying? So if this is the case, then this whole conversation about, Vergil Ortiz and Spence gonna sell out Dallas Stadium, that's a pipe dream. Now, of course, anything can happen in the sport of boxing, but that's a pipe dream. That shit make no sense. It make no sense at all. It makes sense to Golden Boy and Vergil Ortiz. They the only side I see that benefit from that shit. You catch a an elite black fighter whose last fight he got knocked out, been inactive for going on 3 years. Next year will be 3 years, July. Right time to fight him. And he's the most popular fighter in the state of Texas. As I told you, you could take Vergil Ortiz. You could take the Charlo brothers. You could take any other Mexican fighter in Mexico, in Texas. And you can combine all of them up into one fighter. Mix and match, however you want to mix and match it. And ain't nothing no bigger than one Errol Spence. As I said before, Errol Spence can do a meet and greet at Dallas Stadium simultaneously while Vergil Ortiz is having a fight at a location in Fort Worth, Texas. And more people will come see Errol Spence at a meet and greet than they would come see Vergil Ortiz to fight. This is why Oscar and them want to fight Errol Spence. And again, I get it. I do get it. I get it. But DAZN standing on business. True. All right, I'm finna drop these phone lines. Y'all want to call the show? Call the show. I have no problem. Matter of fact, hold on. No. Don't call the show yet. We got to address Timothy Bradley. Shout out to my main man, Tim. Shout out to Tim. But we got to address this. Yeah, we got to address this. Where Tim at? Where's Tim Bradley? Tim, where you at, Tim? Tim, you don't shot that damn video. Don't piss me the fuck off. I say, man, Tim act like he a part of Vergil Ortiz's PR firm. This nigga here, man, Tim like, what the fuck is Tim talking about? Oh, and then Vergil Ortiz's manager reposted. I want y'all to see this country ass shit right here. Y'all want to see some country shit? I'm gonna show it to y'all right now. Hold on. I want y'all to see this shit right here. This nigga. Shout out to Tim Bradley. Highly disappointed in Tim on this shit, man. Not my mans. Now, this is Vergil Ortiz's scary ass. Well, I ain't gonna say scary ass manager. His manager's doing a good job for him. You know what, Rick? I was saying, Rick Merrigan, you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job with Vergil Ortiz. I get it. You're doing a good job. I ain't got nothing bad to say about you. I heard you was a shit eater from some people from Philly. They say you're a shit eater, but you know it is what it is. That's what they say. I don't know nothing about you, Playboy. I really don't. So, but he added Tim Bradley. This dude right here say, if y'all scared, just say that. Yes, Boots needs to get busy, but he was trying to get busy with y'all. I'd rather see Boots Charlo fight or at least Bakram. Okay, let's go right now. Let's see what Timothy Bradley got to say.
You know, I'm gonna say, if I was Ortiz, what I would do. Oh yeah, I'd do exactly what he's doing. I would make Boots earn it.
Bro. Hey, night this shit. Hey, night this shit. Yeah, let's go.
I would say, you know, why don't you go fight the Majamovs of the world? Go fight Majamov. Go fight Boachuk. You know what I'm saying? Come back, get your resume up, my guy.
Tim said, yo, come back, get your resume up. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm the big fish here. And I'm running this division, right? And then you come see me when you got something, right?
He said, I'm the big fish here. I'm the man of the division. But how? The nigga don't have no belt, fam. This nigga, Vergil Ortiz, have never fought for a title ever in his life since he's been breathing. He the big fish. Errol Spence is the big fish. Come back to me when you have something. What does Vergil Ortiz have? Fam? He does, so ain't got no belt. Well, he got the interim title. Well, he got the interim title. Anyway, let's continue.
And I know what some of y'all gonna say. Gonna say, well, Tim, hey, well, Vergil ain't got no straps. He ain't got no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Vergil got value.
Vergil got value. Okay, Vergil has value, but Boots Ennis don't have value? Bro, Vergil have value, but Boots Ennis don't have value? Again, this is coming from a guy who don't give a fuck about Vergil Ortiz nor Jaron Boots Ennis. Telling y'all right now, I don't give a damn about neither one of them niggas. But I'm gonna call a spade though. How you gonna say Vergil Ortiz have value as though Jaron Boots Ennis don't have value? Totally disagree with Tim on this.
Vergil got value. Boots them needs Vergil, not the other way around. Vergil got value.
All right, let's start right there. He say Boots needs Vergil, not the other way around. Okay. So Vergil Ortiz wants to fight Errol Spence. Do Errol Spence need Vergil? Or do Vergil need Errol Spence? I don't want to hear that they need each other shit, because they don't. So we can flip this shit however you want to flip it. And Errol Spence must have value, even after being out of the ring for 2.5 years. Enough value for you to want to fight him in Dallas Stadium. A stadium that you ain't never fought in because you can't sell that motherfucker. You can't sell it out. Not 90,000, but sell out the tickets or whatever. Let's continue. Yeah, this shit too easy, dog.
Yeah, and I know some of y'all gonna say, well, Boots got value too. Boots ain't fought outside. When was the last time Boots fought outside his city?
Man, what? So he addresses the value. Boots got value too, but then he tries to diminish Boots' value. When was the last time he fought outside his city? And so Vergil Ortiz is packing Madison Square Garden and doing all this stuff. You can't make this up. You say Boots have value, but then you try to diminish Boots' value while praising Vergil Ortiz's value. Vergil Ortiz ain't got no goddamn value. He got value with his daddy, his manager, Golden Boy, and Oscar De La Hoya. That motherfucker ain't no damn Canelo. You talking like he Canelo. Anyways.
A state. You know, I'm gonna say, if I was Ortiz, what I would do. Oh yeah. I do exactly what he's doing. I would make Boots earn it.
Hey, so motherfucking Tim, Lord have mercy. Oh, okay. You know, that's my dog. I fuck with Tim, so that's my dog. So I'm gonna stall him out. I'm gonna stall him out on this one. I'm gonna stall him out on this one. I'm gonna stall him out. Boy, this shit had me 38 hot. I saw this shit. I said, what the fuck Tim talking about? I say, man, go to. I know Tim. I say, man, go to mama to shot him some bread under the table or something. I don't know what the fuck going on here. And then guess what? Then I look over here, right? This is Vergil Ortiz's promoter. He reposted it. he got mic drop, walk off mic drop. Boy, this shit right here, boy. Hey, man, it is what it is, man. Hey, man, y'all call the show, man. Phone lines over, man, 530-494-9636. The number strolling at the bottom.
You want to talk some shit? Call me. Start some shit, bitch.
Sup, fool? You gonna talk shit about me, homie? Where you from?
Hundreds of niggas is waiting for your motherfucking call, and they all talking shit about you right now.
Call the coach at 530-494-9636. We waiting on your bitch ass. Yeah. Like, motherfucker be like, you got to do more. Bro, I hear this shit all the time. I heard this shit with a certain fighter. Yeah, man, you ain't fought nobody. You ain't fought nobody. And again, Boots ain't fought nobody. I totally agree. Boots ain't fought nobody. Who has a better resume? Vergil Ortiz has a better resume than Boots Ennis. I'm not denying any of that. Vergil Ortiz just fought the better names, than Boots Ennis. I'm not denying any of that. But guess what? I heard this before. That don't mean that dude who you have a better resume than won't whoop your ass. We just saw, listen, I seen fighters say this same shit. Man, you ain't fought nobody. How soon we forget? Man, your resume ain't good. There's a reason why you don't want to fight him, though. I'm saying now. Now. Because we can talk about who ducked who first. Because I remember what Robert Garcia said in the welterweight division. And I remember what Turk Ali-Sheikh said that Boots and them said when they offered him that fight to fight Vergil Ortiz. So they having a duck off. I'm going from Saturday till now. And there's a whole lot of shit been said from Saturday night, this past Saturday night, all the way up until now, Tuesday. What the day is the 11th? What the day the 11th? Tuesday, November the 11th. I just want to see a fight. That's what I want to see. You say this motherfucker superstar Billy Graham, he the best in the division, but he's never fought for a title. Why is that? This motherfucker done been in a junior middleweight division for 5 fights now, and he still ain't fought for a title? How do you explain that? I mean, I know what's going on. Just gonna call a spade a spade. Again, as I said before, I'm not here to be friends with nobody. I don't need your friendship. I got enough friends. I'm good. I'm trying to get rid of some of the friends I already have, to be honest. But I'm calling a spade on this. I ain't from Philly, and I'm not from wherever Vergil Ortiz is from. I ain't got a relationship with neither one of them motherfuckers. I don't know nobody on Boots' team. I don't know nobody on Vergil Ortiz's team. Nor do I care to get to know any of them niggas. Just being honest. But I'm calling a spade a spade. I like what the DAZN did. Myself. I like what the DAZN did. So, it is what it is. Yeah, Tim Bradley, man. Tim Bradley tripping. Call him, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Rod, Texas.
Rod, talk to me.
Yeah, I'm a little more optimistic than you, man. The reason why is that this is what we're used to. I get why we're cynics about what he said, she said, all this is going on, because we're kind of used to that. But Al Heyman's not involved, and Floyd Mayweather's not involved. Those have been the two that have been holding fights up between Spence and Crawford, between Mayweather, Pacquiao, between Tank's entire career. So that's why I'm a little more optimistic. But who are they signed to fight next? Coach?
The zone said they're not interested in making Vergil Ortiz Errol Spence fight. They're not interested in that. According to Dan Rayfield,
Do you know?
Go ahead.
Do you know if the negotiations have started yet?
There's no negotiations. People online are going off of the mere fact that Vergil Ortiz, that Errol Spence made an appearance at Vergil Ortiz's fight, along with Teofimo Lopez, along with Jamel Charlo.
Yeah.
They was there too, and they are under the impression that because he was at the fight, then he liked Vergil Ortiz, so he shook Vergil Ortiz's hand in the back and all that stuff.
Yeah.
There, and they're under the impression that that means that's going to be the fight next. But guess what? Errol Spence ain't saying nothing.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, see, and that's why I'm not calling anybody a duck yet, because they haven't even started negotiations. And I was in the building, and that was a good coming out party. I mean, the place wasn't sold out, but it was damn near sold out. And I give him credit because the undercard was so weak. I mean, he had no help. And Erickson Lubin isn't a name, and he still did a really good crowd. That crowd was really into it. And I think with Spence being so inactive and pretty much saying he's going to retire, and he looked really bad his last one, I think Vergil passed him in the whole Dallas-Fort Worth area. I think Vergil just passed him. Now I want to see Boots Vergil, and I think it will happen. But let's just say worst case scenario, it doesn't happen. Who's in the better driver's seat, Vergil or Boots?
Man, I care nothing about the driver's seat. Why they need to fight each other?
Vergil has better options.
Okay. What options does he have?
It just means
what options he have?
Like he could fight Charlo in Texas. He could fight
Boots can fight.
Another thing I need to
Charlo.
point out. Do you know who else was in the building? Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is huge down here. Huge. So that's like really one of the guys that doesn't get enough credit for pushing Spence to where he's been. He's literally in charge of the most richest franchise in history, or in sports period, with our most popular sport in football. Jerry Jones loves those guys. If Jerry Jones pushes it, it's going to get more traction. But that's why I don't want to see it. But let's just say they don't fight. I think Vergil has better options.
What does better options mean? Options meaning I don't have to fight Boots. Is that what you're saying?
Just say if it doesn't happen for whoever drops the ball, I think he has better options. And you were talking about are the Mexicans from the other side of the border going to support Vergil? I think they are. I think they already they really noticed him, and because he has that style. I mean, look at Triple G had that style. He didn't speak English or Spanish, and they got behind him. So with Canelo falling off the wayside.
So what you're saying is, you saying a whole lot of shit.
Right in line to get that.
Yeah, what you're saying is Vergil Ortiz is surpassed Errol Spence in popularity. That's what you're saying in Texas?
Yeah. As far as like notoriety, like who's passing, who's going to get it next?
So who's
I
the
think
A?
it's him.
So you're saying Vergil Ortiz will be an A side against Errol Spence in Texas?
I think he is. Oh no. That's a close one. But I'm saying as far as Boots, he's the A side versus Boots.
All right.
And all the wait, one more thing. All the talk of like other potential matchups, it's just like going to buy a car. You don't go in there and be like, yeah, I want that truck right there. You say, oh, well, I got other options. I'm looking at these other cars, these other dealerships. And I blame Turkey because they're throwing out the crazy numbers, because guess who's doing that? They're putting that bait out there. So then hopefully Turkey would want to pick it up and sponsor it and pay that crazy money, because that's what fighters are getting used to. So I kind of blame Turkey, even though I like Turkey. I kind of blame him for doing that. But I don't know. I think it's going to happen, man. I think it hasn't even been a week. A lot of things going to be said. We got egos. They're jockeying for position right now. They're jockeying for positions before the negotiations. And that goes with, you start high and then you go and then you meet in the middle. So I'm optimistic. I think it's gonna happen.
All right. Yeah, man. But as soon as he said, shout out to Rod. As soon as Rod said that Vergil Ortiz probably surpassed Errol Spence and he's the man in the Texas, that right there, I had them checked out. I was lost. All right, I checked out right there. I said, I see what this is. Shout out to Chastity T. Dropping that $2 super chat. She said trying to use Spence to make the next Mexican star. Yeah, that's what it seemed like. That's exactly what it seemed like. Yeah. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I was lost right there. I was lost right there. As soon as he said that, I was lost. Yeah, I said, yeah, I'm lost. Somebody please come find me because I'm lost. Caller, hold on. Shout out to D Hall. Hey, okay. Dropping that $2 super chat. He say sounds like another Ryan Garcia cat with no belt. Yeah. I'm lost right there, dog. I'm lost. Yeah, I ain't got the GD. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is Boston there from Canada.
You sound like you very muffled. I can hardly hear you, bro. I don't know if you got me on a Bluetooth or what.
My bad. Boxing nerd from Canada.
Boxing nerd from Canada. Talk to me.
Yo, I would love for this fight to happen next. Seems like Vergil Ortiz and Team Ortiz are realizing that Boots really wasn't pump faking. He really wanted to fight. It was just timing. He wanted to unify the welterweight division. You know, Sandiano Scott Tim. As soon as the fight was over with Karen, so he might as well just stay at his division and unify. So you can call it a duck all you want, but he's here now. He's in your division now. He's pressing you now. He wants to make the fight. And I don't understand how Vergil Ortiz is the A side. He's never been a world champion. Boots has been a world champion. Unified world champion. Boots has done the better numbers. He's done 3 different $1 million gates. We don't hear anything about Vergil's numbers ever.
Ever.
And I don't think he did that good in this. That's what I'm saying. So I don't understand. What are we basing this A side off of? The better competition? Okay, that's fine. But like ticket sales, attraction, viral moments, I think Boots beats him in everything. So I don't really care about the A side B side thing. We don't care about that. That should have been dead with Spence and Crawford.
Yeah,
that should have been done. And the resume talk should have been done because everybody was saying Crawford had a horrible resume compared to Spence, and he beat the shit out of Spence. So what does it matter about the A side B side resume? It doesn't matter. It's styles make fights, and the style is a beautiful style to match up for both of them.
Yeah.
If Vergil gets Boots on the rope, Boots could get in trouble. If Boots keeps him in the center of the ring and pivots, uses angles, shuffle steps, uppercuts, combinations, it could be problems for Vergil. It's a beautiful matchup that we want to see. We've been wanting to see it since 2021, 2020. So let's get it now. You know what I'm saying? But that's my call. I'm enjoying the show.
Shout out to Boston Nerd. And salute to you, fam, man. Canada, stand up. See. Hey, shout out to Double A. Dropping that $2 super chat. He said Ortiz won't be a Mexican star because he's American. Yeah, he is American. That's his nationality. That's his nationality. Let's get him with Huggy.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Somebody in the chat saying Mexico, we support our fighters regardless of ethnicity. Bullshit. Because I remember when Oscar De La Hoya came out, when Oscar De La Hoya was the golden boy in the 90s. Guess what? There's an interview where Oscar De La Hoya did an interview with what's the dude? He was on the podcast. Carla, hold on. Abner Mares, and I think is it Abner Mares? What's the dude name? He Mexican. He Mexican American, I think. I want to say Abner Mares. He has a podcast with the dude from the MMA. Carla, hold on. I forgot the name of the podcast. He have a podcast with the dude from the MMA. Oscar De La Hoya told the story about how he say, man, I get it. I got it from both ways because, the Mexicans, before I fought Chavez and even way before I fought Chavez, I had a very hard time getting the Mexican fans to like me because I wasn't Mexican. I was born in East LA. I wasn't considered Mexican. And they said that I spoke more like a gringo and all that stuff there. This is what Oscar De La Hoya, I remember this like it was yesterday. He said they wouldn't support me. Listen, it's on video. What's the name of that podcast, though? What's the name of that podcast? This is what Oscar De La Hoya said. The total opposite of what you're saying. There's fucking videos I can show you. I did it on the show just one day, right? I know this lady I know. I've been on her a while. She's from Mexico, but she lives in Chicago now. And she did a documentary about how Mexicans feel about Chicanos and Mexican Americans over in the United States. It's a wonderful documentary. You should watch it. But yeah, that's bullshit. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Alan, Los Angeles.
What's your name, Miss Sam?
Alan in Los Angeles.
Alan, Los Angeles. Talk to me.
What's happening, mate? So, way I look at it is that Oscar is clearly, Golden Boy is clearly jockeying for position here for the negotiation table. But, you know, they do have some leverage if we're being clear. I mean, and one thing I don't like, though, is that, you know, they're using Errol Spence as a pawn the same way Sampson did when Bud beat up Madrimov, if I remember correctly. No, when Fandora beat up Tim Tszyu. Was it Tim Tszyu when Errol Spence walked in the ring and like, hey, I'm next?
Yeah.
You know, it's a similar game that's being played. Like, you know, they're using Errol Spence as a pawn for negotiation tactics. And, you know, it's unfortunate, but we can't be mad. I mean, Boots can't be mad because if, you know, Eddie did the same thing with this Brian Norman situation.
Yeah.
So essentially, you know, it's as you said before, it's, you know, it's a battle of ducks. And, you know, it's part of the game. And hopefully we get that fight. My opinion, we should have had that fight. We should have had that fight at welterweight. You know, several people are to blame there. But, you know, Vergil got some smoke. You know, he definitely got some, you know, that Boychuk fight. Shit, I want to see that again, too. So
yeah, that's the fight. That's the fight I thought he lost. I thought Boychuk got shafted on that fight. You know what I mean? I thought because they didn't count the second knockdown. So I'm like, man, I you know that's why they be talking about fixed fights and like you know that online they're talking about FBI investigating the NBA. Now they investigating. I'm hearing they doing something with baseball, and I said they need to in the MMA. I said they need to come over here in boxing because it's a whole lot of shit, whole lot of nefarious shit be going on in boxing. I'm pretty sure a lot of illegal gambling that's. Boxing is the damn near the originator of this shit. Illegal gambling, motherfuckers taking dives, doing this and that. So yeah, I mean promoters in on it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. All this shit need to be investigated to me. But yeah, I get what you're saying. He got leverage and all that shit there. When I hear stuff like that, that just means that I ain't fighting you. Because we've been through this before. We've been through this with Canelo and Benavidez. We've been through this with Crawford and Spence. They're saying the same language that those guys were saying at that time. And that's what I'm hearing. It's the same shit.
Well, I mean, it could be, but again, we got to understand that, you know, this is a business masked as a sport.
Right,
so at the end of the day, you know, Burr got a better knockout against Lubin than Boots did against Lima Bean. So at the 54 class.
So that means what as it relates to them fighting each other? What does that mean as it relates to them fighting each other?
It means that, you know, when it comes to leverage, you're going to come to the table and say, hey, I knocked out a world-class fighter as in Lubin, and you knocked out a guy that no one ever heard of at 54. We both are essentially interim champions. No one cares about your world championship at 47. You didn't do anything to deserve Ring Magazine. Let's be honest. You didn't deserve lineal status for that standing on his bout. You both were elevated champions that unified. We're on the same level if we're talking about lineage. If we're talking about championship lineage, Vergil Boots, same level. Same level. You know what I mean? So when we get to 54, I did the better work. I fought Boychuk. I fought Madrimov. Lubin. You know what I mean? I probably lost against Boychuk, but you have done nothing. You look terrible against Karen. You unified against Stanionis, a guy who was also, like, really, we had no idea if Stanionis was good or not. We was just looking at it like, oh, maybe he is. He may be good. He may be decent. We don't know. They say he's good. He ain't see him do nothing. Who was his best win? And then when you had an opportunity to elevate your brand, elevate your name against me, Vergil, or fight me, Brian Norman Jr., or fight me, Tim Zoo, you said, no, I'm going to go ahead and fight Karen again. So if you're Boots, if you're mad, you got to just play the game. Because at the end of the day, like I said, Vergil has some leverage because he do have a story out there. Yes, that Errol Spence may be on the table. Who knows what those people down in Texas is thinking about that fight? They may want that. You know, they may want that fight. I hear you.
Yeah, DAZN, Dan Rafael shot that down and said DAZN is not interested in making that fight. So that I think that's over with. For now.
But then you look at the Boychuk situation. I mean, there's a story there. There's a story there.
All right. So I get
a media rematch.
So let's summarize this. What you're saying is Vergil Ortiz don't have to fight doggone Jaron Boots Ennis. He got other options to avoid him and go fight somebody else. That's what you're saying. But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm saying I'm saying that fight needs to happen. However, if you're looking at the business perspective, well, De La Hoya is probably screaming over there saying,
yeah, I get it.
We have options.
All right,
we have options.
All right, shout out to
Allen.
Shout out to Allen. Salute, fam. LA stand up. Yeah, that's what he said. Hey, we could have just summarized all that. Yeah, dog, look, I ain't fighting you. I got other options. I can fight Hog Head Cheese, Poke Chop Willie, Shouty Big Nuts, Miss Sheila from Houston, Miss Black Panther from Atlanta. I can fight, let's see, Chico Stick. Man, you ain't, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So once bro, see, listen. All of this sounds so familiar.
I know you once said, hey, look, if we fight, it's going to be either 70-30, 80-20. What was that?
Man, I was. When
Is
I
that
said
posturing or what was that?
When did I say that?
You know, that was.
Yeah, I said it on my girl Instagram.
Yeah.
What's called? But I was playing. Hey, man, nobody taking no 80-20, 70-30. Yeah, I was playing. I was like, because I was like, it's gonna be 60-40, and I was like, yeah, he keep playing crazy. It's gonna be 70-30 or 80-20. But yeah, I was playing. Like I was serious about that, man. Like people can't take jokes.
Now I'm gonna say this. This is what I'll say. If you Jaron Boots Ennis, both of y'all, there's a strong argument about both of y'all. Again, I'm not team Boots or team Vergil Ortiz. I don't know nobody. I don't know Boots Ennis. Don't know nobody on this team. Nor do I give a fuck. I don't know Vergil Ortiz. Don't know nobody on this team. Nor do I give a fuck. I don't. He got to go fight them other champions. You went to Texas. You met him in the ring. We see how things going right now. DAZN is saying that the only fight they are interested in making, according to Dan Rayfield, who is very connected in the sport of boxing, they say the only fight that they are interested in making is Vergil Ortiz and Jaron Boots Ennis. So let's just sit back and see how that works out. This leverage shit about Jerry Jones, he like Errol Spence and Vergil Ortiz. I ain't never heard that about no Vergil Ortiz and Jerry Jones. I heard a lot about Jerry Jones and Errol Spence. You know, Errol Spence don't fought in Dallas Stadium and stuff like that. I heard a lot about that. I think he fought there a couple of times, something like that. See, all this shit sound like Duckland. I like, dude, when I hear a nigga go to talk about, yeah, see, we can make that fight happen now, but see, we got options. When I hear options, we can do this and that, and you ain't do this and that, I'm hearing quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. That's what I'm hearing. You know, because I ain't got but a GED. My level of understanding only goes so far. My comprehension. Once you pass the comprehension, common sense threshold, and you go to talk about some other shit, I'm hearing quack, 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 quack. That's what I'm hearing. And I get it. Again, I don't give a fuck about neither one of these niggas. But I'm calling it the way I see it. That's it. Carter, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Chris from Philly. What's up, Coach?
Chris, talk to me.
Hey, I was trying to send you a super chat last night. I don't know if it was on my end or YouTube or your end. It wouldn't let me send a super chat. But Tim Bradley sitting here talking about Vergil got value. That's because that value that Vergil got, somebody cutting that check and putting some money in your pocket to get online and say some totally retarded stuff. Yeah, I mean, Tim and Showbiz, the two biggest boxing voices that's getting checks, and it's so obvious. Like, who is there for Vergil to fight that ain't a wounded animal that's either not busy right now or, like you said, not hurt when it comes to Fundora? Yeah, I mean, Bakram side of Fundora's hurt, and then you got a unification bout. Anybody else at 154, you know, unless it's a Charlo, ain't nobody else to fight.
And Charlo, we don't know when he coming back because he been out of the ring damn near just as long as Errol Spence. He haven't fought in over 2 years. And Errol Spence haven't fought in over 2 years.
Right. And the only difference between them two is Charlo ran most of his last fight. He ain't get put out. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't really get punched on. So you could at least say he ain't take a lot of damage. He probably, you know, still got some fight to give. But the jury's out on on Errol. You know what I mean? So that's the only difference. But, you know, playing the game of we got options when none of these options are going to change your champion status. No, there's nobody that you name that can say, oh, we can go fight him and become a champion and go get a belt. That's something that you've never done, Errol. So, Vergil. And then, Vergil, you're going to command millions, with whoever you fight, but you ain't going to command the $10 million that you talking about you need to go fight Boots. And it's, with the zone coming out, with Dan Rafael reporting, with the zone coming out saying that kind of add up to what Eddie was saying. Well, we sat down with the people from the zone and people from Golden Boy, and we had a meeting about what would be the terms of this fight and everything like that. And then the zone immediately come out, not even a week after your fight, the zone come out and say, we don't care about you versus Errol Spence. We care about you versus Boots. That seems kind of consistent with the liar Eddie. People try to make him out to be.
No, you know what? You make a valid point with that, because I didn't even look at it that way. But you're right. Eddie Hearn did say that we had already sat down with the zone and structured out the deal, what the numbers are going to be, this and that. We already did that. We signed our end on with the zone. So if the zone is now saying, according to Dan Rayfield, and it's been 3 days since the fight, and they saying, look, we're not interested in no Vergil Ortiz and Errol Spence. And the zone own the rights to all of Vergil Ortiz's fights, because that's the platform he's going to fight on. So they are the ones who are going to pay and put the money up. If they're the ones who paying to put the money up, then that tell me everything. That tell me everything I need to know. So you might be right about that. It's lining up with what Eddie Hearn was saying.
And then it only makes sense. Like, don't nobody care about that fight happen until the main event, and then that was even, it was over and done with before you knew it. You put a Vergil Ortiz, Jaron Ennis card together, you could go get a Bam Rodriguez on that card as a co-main event. You could go get 3-4 other fights to make it seem like, yo, we going to make money with this. It only makes sense, which is that's my biggest issue with boxing right now, Coach, is everything that only makes sense, it seems like everybody try to get away from it. Like, if you say this makes sense, don't nobody want to do it. Everybody else didn't. That's when everybody else got their options. It's ridiculous.
All right, well, shout out to Chris.
That's what I was calling in.
All right, shout out to Chris. Salute, fam. Let's look at these options. Let's look at these options. Let's go. Bakram Mutalazev is scheduled to fight Josh Kelly from the UK. Josh Kelly is not ranked in the top 10 with Ring Magazine. I'll call it, hold on. Vergil Ortiz is ranked the number 1 154-pound champion by the Ring Magazine. He don't even have a belt. And the Ring Magazine belt is vacant. But he's ranked number 1. Okay? Vergil Ortiz has beaten Erickson Lubin. He should be falling out of this very soon. Erickson Lubin beat Jesus Ramos, I think. Xander Zayas is scheduled to fight Abbas. Marjamal used to be, let's see, Vergil Ortiz beat Marjamal and he beat Lubin. And he beat Boychuk. Boychuk is not in here in a robbery. Boots just got here. He fought Lima Bean. So Abbas, WBA champ, is fighting a unification with WBO champ Xander Zayas. Ortiz, Erickson Lubin, he never won a belt before, so he just got knocked out. Vergil Ortiz beat him in a 12-rounder decision. Former WBA champ, Bud took his belt already. And Abbas currently have that belt that Bud took. Boots is here. Bakram is fighting Josh Kelly. So he off the table. He hurt. Sebastian Fendora is hurt. He off the table. Marjamal, you ain't fighting him again, so he off the table. You beat Lubin, he off the table. Xander Zayas is off the table, and Abbas is off the table because they're fighting each other. So what is his options? He could fight his Mexican-American brother, Jesus Ramos. That's an option. Brandon Adams is here. Boots Ennis, what's his options? He can fight Brandon Adams. He can fight Jesus Ramos. These are only 2 guys that's here in the top 10 with Ring. Now we go to the sanctioning body and we go to the WBC. Let's go to the WBC rankings. If we go to the WBC rankings, it'll probably be something different. Let's do that. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Jamie from New York.
Jamie, talk to me.
Coach, when a man comes to your hood, jumps in the ring after your fight and call you out, you as a man, you're supposed to step up to the plate and represent. If you don't fight this man next, that is a duck. You know, the man came to your house. What else is he supposed to do? You know, with Ortiz, all that talk about fighting Spence is bullshit to me. You know, the man's been out from boxing for years now. You know, that's just Ortiz people looking for an easy layup. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
But you know, Boots,
exactly
and Boots is here, man. Boots is here. He's available right now. What's the problem? You know, both of you are available, basically. Like you say, Coach, you just said it. You know, Carol likes to say, the champions, man. All these the champions, they're busy, bro. You know what I'm saying? So again, I don't know what they're waiting for, bro. Now it's clearly on Ortiz, bro. Like, bro, the man was right there in your face, bro, and he's telling you, fuck all that shit in the past. Whatever I said, whatever was done, I'm here now, bro. You know. And another thing, Boots and Ortiz created all this drama. Now Ortiz is talking like he don't want it. You know what I'm saying? That's the fight we're interested in. So, you know, I'm going to say to Ortiz team, bro, stop the ducky, man. And Boots said it in your face, man. He's ready now. What's up? All the other shit that you say, I don't want to hear it, man. It's bullshit and it's nothing but excuses. The man is ready. Let's go. And that's my call. Peace.
All right, salute, fam. Bro, I heard this with Tank. We heard this with Tank, with Booger Ray Leonard, you know, with Errol Spence. I mean, Booger Ray Leonard and Floyd. You know, why they worry about Tank? Why they worry about Tank? You know, don't top rank have Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, ain't they over there? So why don't they fight each other? Why they worry about Tank? No, Tank have plenty of options. Tank gonna be all right. We heard this before. Oh man, Terence Crawford on the wrong side of the street, he ain't fought nobody. Man, that man ain't fought nobody. You fight nobody. You fight nobody. Yeah, look at you. Who you beat? Nobody knows who you fought. Who you fight? Nobody. When they go to saying that shit, that is code for nigga, we ain't fighting you. True. Nah, we ain't fighting you, dog. We got options. The 2-0. Yeah, you do got options, but I'm an option. Why I can't be one of your options? And another thing I want to say about Boots. Shout out to CJ from Goodfella TV. This is what I like about what Brian Norman Jr. and Devin Haney is doing. Carla, hold on. Two black fighters fighting each other. Young in their primes. Irregardless of how the fight got made, Turk Al-Sheikh had a hand in it, made it happen, it's happening. Stop trying to chase. Shout out to CJ from Goodfella TV. Because I was listening to his video today. He said the black fighters, y'all got to stop chasing these Mexican fighters. Listening to Floyd, the black and Mexican green print. Yeah, the black and Mexican green print works when it's a mega fight or something of that sort. But when you chasing a mofo who is devaluing you, go fight the other ball fighters. He's begging to fight. He's begging to fight. Because Oscar De La Hoya gonna spin it like this. He's begging to fight Vergil Ortiz because Vergil is the man. Boots, you ain't what you need to do. Cause you know, if you don't get that fight, go fight. Here you go right here. Here you go right here. This is the WBC rankings. Vergil Ortiz got options. He can, let's see, Vergil was Keith Thurman and Sebastian Fedora, they linked together. Vergil Ortiz can fight Callum Walsh, I guess, I don't know. He can fight any of these guys in the top 10. He don't fought Buachuk already. He don't fought Marjamov already. Buachuk got robbed, but that's okay. And he don't fought Lubin. So if we're in the WBC, Vergil Ortiz don't knocked out 3 pieces on the chessboard. Fedora took care of Tim Tszyu. So this guy right here, the #1 guy, I think he's from Germany. This guy right here, Callum Walsh, I think he's from Ireland. And Jorge Garcia Perez. We got options, right? So Boots, you got to get you some options. I'm a firm believer. If motherfucker don't want to fight you, don't leave him alone. Now, of course, see how this play out, but I'm saying over a period of time, you got to do something. Don't put don't let your career be based on another motherfucker who don't even want to fight you. Because he ain't never been a champion. He don't know how to spell champion. Go fight those other guys. You know, you're going to have to wait till the champions finish. You know, when they fighting each other, whatever. That's it. You know what I mean? That's it. You know, I don't know what Jamel Charlo gonna do. He ain't no active fighter. He ain't fighting. Errol Spence ain't no active fighter. So I don't know what the fuck they gonna do, but I ain't worried about them. Carla, what's your name? You calling from?
Hey, what up, Coach? It's your boy, Round One. How you doing?
Round One. Where you calling from?
Cali, man.
Cali, talk to me.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Because look, he's talking about Spence, and man, the way he sounded, it sounded like someone familiar, Coach. I mean, to me, what he really was trying to say, this is what he was really trying to say, Coach. 154 is my weight division. Yeah. I want to unify. I want to get Boots down to Dallas. I want to get Bud, bring him down to Dallas. If they really want to fuck with me, this is my weight division. That's what he's saying, Coach. That's what he's telling me. And clearly, the zone don't want to see that shit. They don't want to see that Spence shit. So, I mean, at this point, we're watching an episode of Duck Dynasty, Ducktales, and everyone get your crackers ready and start throwing it at them because this is Duck Talk, you know? Yeah. But that's my call, Coach. Thank you.
Hey, so shout out to Round One. Cali, stand up. We did the same shit to Boots. When Boots turned down the contract or with Turk Al-Sheikh to fight Vergil Ortiz, we did the same shit to Boots. Man, this nigga ducking. We don't care nothing about you fighting no standing owners. Standing on like you gonna beat the shit out of standing owners. Flat-footed, you come forward, Ukrainian fighter. No defense. Tailor-made for you, and he's shorter than you. We know what you're gonna do to him. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, man, shit. I remember when Robert Garcia said in the welter, yeah, we're not going to fight Boots until 3-4 years down the road or something of that sort. I'm like, man, Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what up, Coach Eddie from ATL?
Coach Eddie, talk to me.
All right, I got a question for you, Coach. Serious question. So let's say I heard everything you said that that Boots need to fight the other guys if he can't get Vergil in the ring. So if he's not able to get these other champions in the ring, or they don't want to fight him, or they put up obstacles or roadblocks, whatever the case may be, they can't get the fight across the board. Is that going to give Boots a leg to stand on to say these dudes just don't want to fight?
Well,
and then he turn around and have to fight somebody else in the top 8 and then top 10. They're gonna be like, "Oh, there you go again, fighting another tune-up."
Well, Boots is going to have to try to fight those other guys next. So we got to wait and see how that plays out. So what's hurting Boots is the fact that as soon as he moved up to the welterweight, there's a couple of things hurting Boots. So let's talk about this. What hurt Boots was this, in my opinion. The same thing that Boots accused Brian Norman Jr. of doing, the same thing that Boots and Vergil Ortiz's team going back and forth saying that, hey, Vergil Ortiz is using Boots' name to try to build his profile up. If you talk to those guys over there, that's what they were saying. And then if you talk to Vergil Ortiz's team, Boots is just mentioning my name to try to build his profile because I'm the higher fighter. So so what it is that's the blame game. You duck me, I duck you. I duck you, you duck me. That's the blame game, right? So, hold on. What was the question again, Coach Eddie? You said
if he's not able to get them other, if he can't get other champions in the ring, he's gonna have to fight somebody like a Brandon Adams. Then he's gonna be accused of fighting tune-ups again.
No, but Brandon Adams is a top guy though. So I mean, he is the top guy.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah.
But he's gonna have to try to get him in the ring first. I can't say, well, if he try to do this and that don't happen, then what they gonna say? No, he have to try to do it first. He hasn't even made an attempt to try to fight the other champions first, to my knowledge. So at least try to do that. Try to fight Bachron. Bachron was sitting there for a minute. And then they was comparing Boots to Crawford because Boots then was shitting on Crawford on the low, but they're comparing him to Crawford, saying he's better than Crawford. Okay, but when Crawford move up from one weight division to another weight division, he go right into fighting a champion. So you can't be compared or say that you're better than the guy when you're moving the total opposite of how he moved. So that hurt him right there. That's one. Vergil Ortiz, I don't even know why Vergil Ortiz brought Crawford up. You ducked that man twice. So the same shit you said Boots did to you, you did to Crawford twice. So don't talk about ducking because you got a history of ducking your goddamn self. So now what he's going to have to do, Boots is going to have to reestablish the fact that, hey, look, my name is Jaron Boots Ennis. I'm dominant. I'm going to do like the nigga who I said I was better than Crawford. I'm going to fight everybody who got a belt. And he has to show everybody that he's vigorously going after these guys. Just like you came to Fort Worth, Texas and got in the ring with doggone Vergil Ortiz, you need to be doing that to Bachron when he fight Josh Kelly. You need to be doing that to Xander Zayas when he fight a Bars. Say, look here, baby boy, my name's Jaron Boots Ennis. Yeah, I'm right here in Puerto Rico while you all fighting a unification match. What's happening? What's up with me? I'm next. I want all the smoke. I got the intern title. What's up? That's what he need to do. He need to put on a full that's what he need to do from this point forward. He got to do that. That's my suggestion.
Nah, you're exactly right. He got to put on a full court press.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And real quick, it seemed like when Boots got in that ring, it seemed like Vergil Ortiz, it seemed like he shrunk. Yeah. He shrunk within himself, and he's like, he don't really want that fight because like 5 minutes later, they saying something totally different. Like they got in the ring and they sized him up, and they were like, no, this ain't the guy that you need to fight. This dude's gonna beat breaks off with.
Yeah,
so let's go another direction.
Yeah, Robert Garcia was talking about how big Boots was. Did you see? He's big.
They looked him up.
Oh man, this.
Yeah, they sized him up when he got in the ring. They sized him up. Like, no, we gonna go in another direction. This ain't what we need right now. Yeah. We gonna spin it and we gonna make it. Don't worry about it. We got you, Vergil. Don't worry about it. We got you. Hey, that's my call, Coach.
All right. Yeah. So, see, I'm not a believer in just sitting around waiting on one guy. Like that's the same thing y'all said about David Benavidez. Oh, boy, David Benavidez waiting on Canelo. Why don't he fight those other guys? David Benavidez fought the other guys. He fought Demetrius Andrade. He fought Caleb Plant. And he still couldn't get Canelo in the ring. So he ended up moving up. Canelo wasn't going to fight him. Period. And he was the mandatory. And he was allowed not to fight him. He was permitted by the WBC. You ain't got to, don't even worry about it, baby boy. We got you, Canelo. Then he got straight bag in a fight in a welterweight from Omaha, Nebraska. Oh man, yeah, he's a good fighter, but he fight nobody. You fight nobody. You fight nobody. Who did you fight? Yeah, those are those other guys. Those are nobodies. This is the different level. There's levels to this. A welterweight moved up to super middleweight and beat the brakes off of the face of a boxer. Had freckles flying everywhere. And then he went back to Omaha. True. Whooped his ass in Vegas. Went back to Omaha and got pulled by the police and got pulled out the car by gunpoint. Anyway, that's it. Shout out to Double A. Hey, okay. Dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy. Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. He said, right up from Tijuana, Mexico, by the way. He said, De La Hoya decking. Ortiz wants easy money. Unfortunately for Boots, he doesn't have the big name yet. That's why Crawford ducked him too. It's not worth it. I mean, how did Crawford duck him? Vergil Ortiz, Jaron Boots Ennis turned that fight down twice. How you duck a nigga who duck you twice? So you know it is what it is. Shout out to Double A. Okay. Dropping that quarter of a dub. He said Boots was chasing Bud fight and didn't get it. Now he's chasing Ortiz. Talk about bad luck. The same man, same thing happened to Triple G. Yeah, but see, that's crazy. With that just been debunked. Yeah, I've been chasing, I've been trying to get that fight since 2018. That's a lie. Nigga turned the fight down twice. Him and Vergil Ortiz. Then they gonna flip it. Yeah, man, then they gonna flip it like a motherfucker forgot about that shit. You chasing a nigga who you say ain't fought nobody, ain't got no resume. What if he ain't fought nobody, he ain't got no resume, why you chasing him? The nigga who you turned down to fight when you had a chance to fight him when he was the BLK Prime. You was the first fighter that they contacted. What your daddy say? Oh yeah, we'll take that fight in a heartbeat. But I'm loyal to Showtime. I gotta talk to my man Steven Espinosa. Oh, I talked to Dez, the owner of BLK Prime. Steven Espinosa got a video out there. Yeah, when Terence Crawford wasn't signed to nobody and he wasn't signed to them. So, I don't want to step on Al Heyman's toes, because I know they're trying to make the Errol Spence fight. So, we're not worried about that. We don't have to deal with you guys. That's exactly what Steven Espinosa said. Video footage, receipts out there. So, again, both of these, again, as I said before, I don't give a fuck about Team Boots. I don't give a fuck about Team Ortiz. Fuck both of them with an elephant's dick. Far as I'm concerned, both of them are ducks. However, in this particular situation, as it relates to what transpired this past Saturday night, the man left Philadelphia. He had his boots on. He walked into the ring in your backyard, knocked on your front yard, knocked on your front door, walked in, got in the ring, and met you face to face in front of your daddy, your mama, your cousin, your manager, Oscar De La Hoya, Eric Diaz, what the motherfucker name, the president of going to board. Everybody was there. He was there by himself with Eddie Hearn. And he said, "What's up? I'm here." You said you've been ducking me. He said, "No, you've been saying I've been ducking you, and your dad said this, and your mama said that, your cousin said this, and your auntie said that." Boo say, "Look, okay, man, look, forget about all that. What's up right now? What's up right now?" That's what he said. You said, "Yeah, he said, yeah, he said it's time." Again, I don't give a fuck about Boots. And I don't give a fuck about Vergil Ortiz. So I ain't capping for neither one of these niggas. Y'all fans of Boots and Vergil Ortiz, that's y'all thing. I don't give a fuck about neither one of them. I'm telling you I don't. But I'm gonna call a spade a spade. So that's what Boots said. He said, forget about that. What's up with right now? What did Vergil Ortiz say? He said, yeah, we need to make that fight happen. He said, is that a yes? Are you saying yes? He said, yeah, I say yes. As a matter of fact, let's pull it up. Let's pull it up. These y'all niggas, these ain't none of my niggas. I don't give a fuck about these niggas. But you know, I'm gonna call it the way I see it. Let's pull it up. Shit. Let's see. Both of these motherfuckers dumped the same nigga. Both of them dumped the same dude from Omar. And then flip it and say that he dumped them. Ooh, you can't make this shit up. Well, you cannot make this shit up.
Where we want to fight the best, Boots, come over here.
From this point forward, what I want every Vergil Ortiz fan to understand, from this point forward, what's going on right here?
Where we want to fight the best, Boots, come over here.
He called Boots and said, come over here. What happened from the time he said, Boots, come over here, to now? What happened? Let's continue.
All right, so that you answered the question. Is this the fight that you want next? Vergil Ortiz against Jaron Boots Ennis.
I think.
Now, this man is right here by himself, surrounded by Mexicans and white folks. Mexican in the back, Mexican right there, Vergil Ortiz daddy, Mexican American, whatever. I guess there's another Mexican right there, Vergil Ortiz, Mexican American, Robert Garcia, Mexican, and he the only black dude in the goddamn ring from Philadelphia, iced out. Let's go.
This is the fight that has to happen, man.
So he said, this is the fight that has to happen. This is what he said. Let's continue.
I think this is it.
It's the best fight in boxing. I think he did a great job. He looked good. But I'm going to show the world why I'm the best in the world.
Now he's surrounded. He's in the belly of the beast. He's the only Philadelphia Eagle here. He's surrounded by Mexicans, by his goddamn self, from Philly. What happened from this point forward when Vergil Ortiz said this?
Where we want to fight the best, Boots, come over here.
We want to fight the best, then he called Boots, meaning he is acknowledging that Boots is the best, or one of the best. Let's continue.
All right, so that you answered the question. Is this the fight that you want next? Vergil Ortiz against Jaron Boots Ennis.
I think this is the fight that has to happen, man.
Let's stop right there. He said, hold on, did you hear what Chris Maddox said? No, we even not finna play these crackhead games. I ain't got but a GED, but we're not gonna play these crackhead games. Let's hit this one more again.
The fight that you want next, Vergil. Is this the fight that you want next?
The question was, is this the fight that you want next? And Jaron Boots Ennis is sitting right there with a Kool-Aid smile on his face. And what did Vergil Ortiz say?
Vergil Ortiz against Jaron Boots Ennis.
I think this is the fight that has to happen, man.
I think this is the fight that has to happen. From that point forward, what happened? I'm just asking for a friend. From that point forward, what happened? What changed from that point forward? Let's continue.
I think this is it.
It's the best fight in boxing. I think he did a great job. He looked good. But I'm going to show the world why I'm the best in the world. And I'm going to show his team. They've been talking all crazy. They've been talking crazy. And I'm going to back it up, and I'm going to show the world why I'm the best in the world. But like I said,
no one's been talking crazy, bro. Your dad is the first one that said that I was ducking. It's on video. It is on video that he said we ducked and we didn't get no offer.
It don't matter. The time is now. It's that time. Let's get this money and let's make this fight happen.
So Boots is saying, because he see where this is going at. No, we ain't been talking crazy. Your daddy been talking crazy. Your daddy been talking crazy. Your baby mama been talking crazy. Your auntie, your cousin been talking crazy. So Boots like, okay, look, let's let bygones be bygones. What's happening right now, partner? What's happening right now? This is what he's saying. Again, I'm not Team Boots. I don't give a fuck about the nigga. And I'm not Vergil Ortiz. I don't give a fuck about Vergil Ortiz. Just telling y'all that. You don't have a friend in me. You don't. But I'm calling a spade a spade. Let's continue.
It does matter because you said that we're the ones talking. We're not the ones talking. Oh, we started talking after you guys started talking. It's retaliation. It's retaliation.
Your manager's talking all crazy. Oscar talking crazy. It's the time, and they going.
Nah, he's standing on business. Listen, the man's standing on business right now. Listen, check this out. This man in your city, in front of your daddy, your brother, all of your Mexican-American compadres, right there in this arena. He by himself, the only nigga in it. It was number 5 niggas there. It was Jamel Charlo, it was Errol Spence, it was Erickson Lubin, it was the referee, and it was Jaron Boots Ennis. It was some more blacks, but it was just a handful of them. I heard it was 99.9999% Mexican and Mexican-American. That's what I heard, but that's neither here nor there. So don't tell me that man don't want to fight. Don't tell me that. Vergil Ortiz said this is the fight that has to happen. That's what he said. That's what he said. Let's continue.
You pay for everything they saying.
Straight like ain't nobody's gonna pay over here.
I'm making you pay.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I guarantee you. And we can bet whatever. I guarantee you.
I don't want to take your money away, bro. I'm not betting.
You ain't gonna take nothing. Nah. You ain't gonna take nothing.
Man coming in your house telling you he'll bet whatever you want to bet. I'll whoop your ass, nigga. I'll whoop your ass in front of everybody in here. I guarantee you I do that. Where I bet whatever you want to bet. This man came to your house, fam. Your daddy was standing right there. Robert Garcia standing back there. Oscar De La Hoya snorting coke. Eric Gomez shooting dice. Chris Mannix sitting right there. Everybody right there. He the only nigga in the audience in the goddamn ring.
True. I guarantee you, we can bet any amount of money. When we fight, I guarantee you, I'm gonna win.
I don't bet, but don't make any promises you can't keep, bro.
I'm gonna make every promise, and I'm gonna keep it straight like that. You're a great fighter. You look tremendous, but I'm gonna show the world I'm the best in the world. I got something for you.
You got a yes for me?
I got a yes. Right.
He said, you got a yes for me? He said, I got a yes.
True.
What's the problem? So as far as I'm concerned, Vergil Ortiz just said right there in front of everybody, this is the fight that need to happen next. Do you have a yes for me, Booth? He said, yeah, I got a yes. He said, okay, we need to make that fight happen next. That's the fight right there. That's how I interpreted that. How we go from that to now what we got to do now? We A-shot, and we got a whole lot of options. And see, my fantasy fight is Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. We can make that fight if he still want to fight me again. No, he said we can make. Listen, this is what Vergil Ortiz said. He said, yeah, we can make the Errol Spence, we can make the Terence Crawford fight if he still want to revisit that. Acknowledging that he had an opportunity to fight Crawford. He said, but if he still wants to do it, meaning like he did in the past, I'm ready to fight him now. That's what he said. See, y'all want to rewrite history to protect your favorite fighter. Coach Malachi don't give a fuck about your favorite fighter. And I don't give a fuck about your fans of your favorite fighter. I don't. I'm not your friend, homie. I'm telling you, I'm calling it the way I see it. We ain't got these niggas in no winter protection program. Fuck them. Fuck the nigga from Philly and fuck Vergil Ortiz from Texas. I don't give a fuck about neither one of them. Be honest with you. Is y'all gonna throw hands, yes or no? And if you ain't gonna throw hands, you need to go fight the other champions. Because I hear bullshit Superman stories when it come to Boots, and I hear bullshit Superman stories when it come to Vergil Ortiz. This is what I hear. These niggas catching bullets with their teeth, both of them. So until they get in the ring and fight each other, all this other shit just bullshit.
Right now, hey Eddie, where the papers at? Hey, where the papers at, Eddie?
All right, two of the biggest stars in U.S. boxing, two of the best at 154 pounds, ready to go.
So this is so where are we from here? Where are we from here? Any Vergil Ortiz fans want to call the show? Call the show. Where do we go from here? Based on this video, Vergil Ortiz said that this fight has to happen. I want to fight the best. Come here, Boots. He said, I want to fight the best. Follow that up with come here, Boots. And by acknowledging that Boots is one of the best that he want to fight, he said, we need to make this fight happen. And Chris Menace asked him, is this the next fight? He said, yes, this fight need to happen. This is the fight that need to happen. He didn't say next, but he said, this is the fight that need to happen. So now what's up? See, I'm going to always play Vergil Ortiz's words. I'm going to always play this. I'm going to always play this shit. I'm going to always play this shit. Because that's what he said. That's what he said. Right there. When the boy from Philly was stood in the ring in his face, by himself, surrounded by Mexicans. That's what he said. So, what you going to do? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Because I'm tired of hearing this.
We must internalize the flatulation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity in order to further segregate, to preclude on the issue of world domination would only circumvent circumcise the revelation that reflects the aphrodisiac symptoms which now perpetrates the Jericho's activation.
Colin, what's your name? Where you calling from?
I was just Chris from Philly one more time.
Chris, talk to me.
I did want to say that Jesus Ramos not an option because he at 160 now fighting Mosley Jr. So he out the window. And I did want to, because I ain't biased. Boots is my guy, but Boots, like what you was just saying with Coach Eddie down there, after Boots got done fighting Lima, Eddie said who they next 3 fights they wanted to be, and it was Vergil, it was Bakram, and it was Xander. So if Vergil is tap dancing around everything, I want to see you wherever Bakram is fighting Josh Kelly at, right there, and Bakram face next. Like, yo, let's line it up. Because Bakram did say, right after Boots' fight, when he said everybody's name, Bakram got right on Twitter and said, I'm ready. What's up? You know what I mean? So we not, you know, I'm not just going to give Boots a pass and Vergil ain't want to fight, and you know, Brandon Adams might be cool and all of that and everything. And I wouldn't mind a Brandon Adams for February because
I wouldn't mind that fight. I wouldn't mind a Boots fought Brandon if he can't. You know, I wouldn't mind him fighting Brandon Adams. Brandon Adams, that's a tough fight. A lot of people have been high on Brandon Adams. I wouldn't mind seeing that fight.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it because you know Bakram's. Boachuk's manager said they did turn Boots down. Before he fought the rematch with Brandon Adams. Eddie said they offered him the most money ever. They ain't confirmed that, but his manager did confirm that they turned that fight down. Boachuk didn't know nothing about it. Yeah, I mean the management turned it down. But you know, if you could get a Brandon Adams in February while Bakram fights in January just to stay busy real quick, and y'all line it up for right after that, then that's cool too. But yeah, I mean, it's Boots. You got to stay pedal to the metal with applying pressure now. Yeah, I mean, with everybody in the division, it can't just.
No, go ahead. Sorry about that.
No, I was just saying, you know, that's all I was calling back to say. He got to keep the pedal to the metal and applying pressure. But there ain't no more tune-ups and nothing like that. If you top 5, 6, 7 or a champion, I need to be in the ring with you. You know what I mean? And taking over that division.
All right, salute. Hey, shout out to Chris, man. Salute, fam. Yeah, see, that's what he gonna have to do. See, that's what he gonna have to do. Boots gonna have to go fight them other dudes. It's simple as that. He gonna have to fight them other dudes because, Carla, hold on. In my opinion, this is my opinion. Boots made a huge mistake when he turned down the fight, the Vergil Ortiz fight, when Turki Al-Sheikh offered it to him. You clearly, everybody knew you wasn't gonna stay at welterweight. There was nobody there, really nothing there. Fighting the fight was bigger than the belt. Sometimes you could be in a situation where the fight is bigger than the belt because you guys say belts don't mean nothing, and it's like a lot of people pick and choose when they want to believe that belts mean something. But for me, The Vergil Ortiz and Boots Ennis fight is bigger than any belt. Do you get what I'm saying? Because the belts have been devalued so much. It ain't but a few people that's fighting legacy fights. Canelo, Inoue, Usyk, Terence Crawford. Some would say Devin Haney, Bam, it might be some more. It might be a couple of fighters I'm missing out there. Might be a couple I'm missing because I can't remember everybody. But you get what I'm saying? So, you know, the fight is bigger than the belt. You can always go get those belts. Okay, well, the belt's still going to be there. So you can fight this nigga, whoop him, get him out the way, then go get the belts. That's what you want to do. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, Boots. For me, Boots made a huge mistake when he did that. And Vergil Ortiz has a right to say, look, we offered this dude. He was offered the fight. He ducked us. We can't forget about that. What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get past that because it appears that everybody wants to use that as a barrier for why we should not get the fight now. See, I ain't picking sides with these motherfuckers. Well, okay, I get that. Boots ducked you here. Years ago, Vergil Ortiz said that. Robert Garcia said we won't be ready for Boots till 3-4 years from now, something of that sort, whatever that welterweight division. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I remember that. I think Vergil Ortiz had no fault. Was that the Mean Machine? Did he fight the Mean Machine? I think he fought the Mean Machine or something around that time. And they was out there or some shit. But it was a while. But I remember like it was yesterday, right? So my thing is, it's like you being in a relationship, right? And you're trying to make things right with your lady, and your lady trying to make things right with your man. You cheated on your man, he cheated on you. Y'all come to an agreement to where, okay, look, we're gonna make it work, forgive each other, let's move forward. We can't keep living in the past. My thing is, okay, cool, I get what happened in the past. What does that have to do with now? And I'm hearing fans like, well, yeah, man, we're back in the past. What he did was he said this when he had the opportunity. So the opportunity is gone? No. Didn't he call the man up in the ring? Yeah. Didn't he say that he wanted to fight him next? It need to happen? Yeah, he said that. Didn't he ask him, he said, do I have a yes for us to fight? Yeah, he said that. Okay, what's up? We must internalize the flashulation of the matter because we have options on the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity to further segregate, to preclude on the issue world domination will only circumcise the revelation which now transform the aphrodisiac symptoms which now perpetrates the Jerry Curl's activation. And I'm like, what that got to do with y'all fighting each other? We must internalize the flashulation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity. And I'm like, oh, goddamn. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, man? It's Tyrese from Savannah. What's up, coach?
Man, Tyrese, talk to me.
Yeah, man. Vergil going after all Bud leftovers, man. The nigga that double back and try to fight Spence, man. Ain't that some shit? But like you said, man, Boots need to go ahead and get these belts. Because, you know, Vergil, he never took that mandatory versus Fundora, and stylistically, that's probably a better fight for him.
Yeah.
So if Vergil gonna go in that direction, you need to go get you a belt. Like you said, pull up on them niggas like Clubber Lane.
Yeah.
When Clubber pulled up on Rocky, you pull up on everybody. That's what you need to do. But you know what? One thing we missing from today, and motherfuckers probably gonna laugh. A motherfucker like Larry Merchant. Larry used to get in them fighters' ass.
Yeah, Larry Merchant, he did that, yeah. Larry Merchant.
Larry would have led the interview just like some of the shit you said. Look, man, both of y'all ducked Crawford. He ducked you before. Are you gonna duck him now? Or y'all gonna fight? Oscar, Eddie, are they gonna fight? Can we get y'all word?
Yeah.
Fighters, can we get y'all word? Is the fight next? Larry would have put them niggas on the spot. These niggas now with this soft journalism, they don't ask no tough questions. Man, they be pussyfooting around the fighters. That's one thing I miss. Larry was an irritant. He was an asshole. He crossed the line sometimes. But the nigga asked the questions we was thinking post-fight.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Larry Merchant used to piss off Roy Jones. He used to piss off James Toney.
Floyd,
He was to piss
James
off Floyd.
Toney,
Floyd
all
wanted to
them
fight him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he asked the questions we was thinking at home though, didn't he?
Yeah. He did that.
Yep.
He said, Roy, you haven't fought anybody, Roy. You did what we always knew what you was going to do, Roy. When you going to get in there with a real fight? Like, he used to tell Roy that. Roy Jones to get mad. That shit used to be funny.
Yeah, he told Bernard Hopkins, nobody wanted to see this fight. Bernard was like, look, man, I had to do it. What I had to do, they was gonna strip me, man. But you know what I'm saying? The shit was entertaining, but those were the questions we was thinking at home. Like, man, we don't want to see this shit.
The Tyree, man, salute, man. ATL stand up. Yeah, motherfucker. Hey, Larry Mercy. Bro, like, yeah, see, I ain't on that friendly Chris Mannix shit. Say, look here, man, both of y'all niggas been ducking. When y'all gonna stop ducking to fight each other? Robert Garcia, you said this. Boots, your daddy said that. What's the name said this? Well, how can we get past what everybody said and start over from this point forward? That's where I'm at with it. Don't nobody want to do that. They want to keep talking about, you know what I mean? Carter, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? This is Rico from Indianapolis.
Rico, talk to me.
What's going on, man? I got a question for you, Coach. You don't think the fight would be worth more money if they both had belts?
Man, look, don't nobody care about no belts. Belts don't mean nothing in today's time. Tank told you that. Floyd Mayweather and all them said the same thing. So, they need to fight now.
And then you know,
why wait to do shit? They
got the protected plan.
They can fight a trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie, I think it'd be worth more money if they had belts. You know, got Brocco, Zaire, which is the weakest motherfucking champion in the Xander Zaire. Then Vendora be, you know what I'm saying, a good little matchup for Vergil. Not saying he's gonna win that fight, but that'd be a good fight, man. Then come back, you know, we both got belts. You know what I'm saying? Come back and get a fight in a stadium instead of an arena.
Yeah, man, as a fan, listen, as a fan, bro, I don't give a damn about the business aspect of it. That's their job. I ain't worried about, well, don't you think, Coach, that if they had both belts, it'll be worth more money to both of them. Guess what? You don't get none of the money. I don't get none of the money. As a fan, I'm going off of what just transpired last Saturday. How do we get from Vergil Ortiz saying, yeah, that fight need to happen next? They both agreed right there in the ring. That's where I'm at with it. All this other shit, all this internalizing the flagellation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity. That's what I'm hearing when you say that. I ain't trying to hear none of that, dog. If they gonna fight, cool. If they're not gonna fight, Boots, go chase some other niggas, get them belts, show everybody that you catching bullets with your teeth, and let Vergil do what he gonna do, and let's just keep it moving. That's where I'm at with it.
Well, that's my call, Coach.
All right, salute, fam.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to hear all that pussy ass shit. Niggas sitting there talking, yeah, man, see what we got to do now. See what it is. See what it is now. What we did now. See what we got to. See, we trying to circumvise the situation because what it is, Boots ain't fought nobody. Yeah, Boots ain't fought nobody. I agree with that. But goddamn it, what the fuck does that have to do with shit? What like who the fuck all these other niggas fought that Vergil Ortiz fought? Or Boots fought or whoever. Both of y'all top dudes. So I'm just saying me. I'm just tired of the bullshit. You can see the look on I'm just tired of it, though. I'm tired of it. These niggas ain't gonna fight? Okay, fine. Stop chasing this motherfucker. He don't want to fight you. He said that you turned it down. You saying that you ready now. Okay, fine. So this fight ain't gonna happen. Okay, go fight bullshit. Go fight them other cats. You say you gonna take over the division, right, Boots? Take it over. Vergil Ortiz say he gonna take over the division, right? Take it over. Guess how you take over the division? You gotta get all the belts. True. One dude is a unified champion. One belt was emailed to him. And the other belt, he beat the Ukrainian boy, Lithuanian boy, whatever. And took his belt. So he was a unified champion. And the other dude been boxing, next year be 10 years he's been a pro. Guess how many title fights? Guess how many world championship fights he's been in? 0. How the hell a nigga boxed for 10 years, supposed to be a superstar, and has never fought for a world title? I ain't never seen nothing like that before in my life. So we see what it is. We see what's going on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what it do, Coach? It's Freddie Chapman from East Oakland.
Freddie, talk to me.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, this boxing shit will stress the nigga out, man. If you let it. Hey, but look though, do you think the reason why Ortiz and De La Hoya trying to fall back is because you think when Boots went to go spar Canelo, and Canelo probably said, "Yeah, man, Boots can really fight. You know, stay away from him." Do you think that could be the reason why it might try to fall back?
No, I don't think Canelo have anything to do with this. I just think that they understand that stylistically, that Jaron Boots Ennis' style doesn't match up with them right now at the moment. I don't think Vergil. I don't think Canelo have anything to do with that. I just think right now they feel, you know what, stylistically, you know, from a matchmaking standpoint, how do we match up in this fight? You know, this dude is not lubing. He's not going to sit on the ropes in a high guard and let us punch on him. He's not going to do that. He's going to try to keep this fight in the center of the ring. There's no advantages that Vergil Ortiz have over Jaron Boots Ennis from when you look at the aesthetics. So there's really no advantages he have. So it's kind of like, we can win the fight, but we can lose the fight, and we can't afford to have Vergil lose to Boots. Not saying he will lose to him, but you don't know. They got to fight each other. So Oscar De La Hoya, because I got to put myself in Oscar De La Hoya and Robert Garcia's shoes. It's like, if I'm them, I stay away from Boots. If I'm them, I stay away from them because I don't like the stylistic matchup.
Yeah, but that'd be a bad look, though. Like, you know.
Well, he won't get the backlash, but he won't get the backlash from his fan base because his fan base is covering for him. Very similar to how Canelo fans cover for him. So it'll look bad for somebody like me. I'm gonna talk shit about him and say fuck Ortiz. I'm gonna say all that shit on him and everything, and wipe my ass with him and flush him down the toilet. Him and his whole team. But with his fan base, they gonna always cover for him. So he good to go. He good to go.
Yeah, no matter what. Yeah, all right, though, Coach. I'll let you later.
All right, salute for him. So you get what I'm saying? So I don't think stylistically they like that fight. You get what I'm saying? And again, as I said before, Vergil Ortiz can very well knock Jaron Boots Ennis' block off. You know, there's some things that you can look at. If you Vergil Ortiz, you can look at Jaron Boots Ennis and say, look, man, there's certain things that we can take advantage of. But they're not confident like that. Now they're not. Maybe they was confident. I can't even say that because Turk Out of Sheep probably offered them a lot of money. They probably like, man, this is the most money we gonna make. Let's see what he take it. And Boots turned it down. And apparently Boots wasn't confident. So my thing is this here. If Boots can't get Vergil Ortiz in the ring, you gotta, you say you the man of 154. Well, this how they did it in the old school. This how Sugar Ray Leonard did it. This how Roberto Duran did it. This how Marvin Hagler did it. This how James Lights Out Tony did it. When we move to a division, when I plant my flag in this division, and I say I'm the man, I'm fighting anybody got a belt, I want it. If you got an IBL belt, I'm coming to see you. If you got a WBA belt, I'm coming to see you. If you got a WBC belt, I'm coming to see you. Now, a lot of times those fights was hard to make because of the networks. The networks is what killed boxing. If you want to ask me what killed boxing in America, Steve Kim, shout out to Steve Kim, me and him was talking, and he broke that shit down. He said, Coach, I was talking to Larry Merchant, and he said it was the networks that killed boxing. once the promotional companies was able to get exclusive rights deals with certain networks, then that means if Joe Calzaghe was signed to Showtime and Roy Jones was signed to HBO, they couldn't fight each other in the 90s when Roy was that guy in their primes or whatever the case may be. But Roy was y'all must have forgot type Roy was because they didn't want to do the joint promotion thing. Now, of course, we did have some joint promotion fights, but sometimes they had to go to court and this and that in order to make those fights happen. So Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis. Lennox had to apply pressure to get that fight with Mike. That shit wasn't just made like that. So by the networks having exclusive rights deals, look, we need you to give us so many fights per month or per year, which are stable. So they're gonna make a bunch of in-house fights. But this dude got the other belt. We can make a unification match and take that belt from him and his star power will go up. Well, we don't want to do joint promotions or joint network with this and that. That's what killed boxing in America. So guess what happened? All the networks have backed up out of boxing. So PBC ain't financed by nobody no more. No hedge fund, no Fox, no Showtime. Golden Boy got a shoestring budget from DAZN. You see, they got the backing of DAZN and they putting on Chitlin circuit type fights. Golden Boy. We just saw that just past weekend. ESPN ain't got no network deal no more. The networks have pulled out their money. Now the promotional companies got to get the butter from the duck. They got to get the butter from the duck. It's sink or swim right now. And the only one that's putting up boatload of money for certain fights is Turki Al-Sheikh. So what you're seeing, you're going to see matchroom fighters, top rank fighters fight on matchroom cards. Top rank fighters fight on a PBC card. PBC fighters fight on Turki Al-Sheikh Riyadh season card. Top rank fighters fighting on Turki Al-Sheikh Riyadh season card. Golden Boy's fighting on Turki Al-Sheikh Riyadh. Like he's renting these fighters out. Look, we gonna rent you, we gonna lease you out, baby boy. We gonna let you go over there, fight over there. You know what I'm talking about? Get you a couple dollars and then come back home. We gonna let you go over there, fight over there, get a couple dollars, then come back home. This is what's going on. The networks killed boxing in America. Steve Kim was right. I was like, damn, I ain't even look at it that way, fam. Now the money gone, everybody looking crazy. Turki Al-Sheikh sitting there rubbing his hands, sitting on this magic carpet. Alhamdulillah. All roads lead to the chicken hole. Because Eddie Hearn ain't got no money like that to pay no big money. Oscar De La Hoya, he's snorting his money up. Bob Bam, tight as snake ass. And Al Heyman, ain't nobody seen him since 1972. So the biggest dead game in town is the Sheik. And the network that appears to seem like they're trying to consolidate all the boxing is DAZN. They're trying to corner the market. If DAZN get all the boxing on their platform, it's a wrap. They can charge, they already charging whatever they want to charge right now for the pay-per-views. Remember they said there wasn't gonna be no more pay-per-views? They did a 360 on that. They did a 180 on that real quick. Because if you got all the chickens in the barn, the chicken hawk got to come to you. We got all the chickens, dog. We got most of them. And then the old niggas who ain't fought in a while, the Errol Spences, the Charlos, the this and that, like, they ain't popping no more. Well, Errol Spence still popular, but I'm saying in boxing, from a boxing standpoint. Y'all finna fade on out. We got Vergil Ortiz now. We got Bam. We got Boots Ennis. We got the Josh Kellys. We got the Bachraws. We got the Fondoras. We got that old guard hanging on by a wing in the prayer right now. Because the new fighters coming up, and the new fighters ain't gonna get that kind of money that the old guard was able to squeeze out of boxing. They ain't gonna be able to get it. Cause by the time they go to popping, it's gonna be no reset. Nah, baby boy, we ain't finna be playing y'all all that goddamn money. We was overpaying them niggas, and we lost. Turki Al-Sheikh has lost money on every last one of his fights. Well, he haven't lost any money, cause he ain't paying for it out of his pocket. But the Riyadh season ain't making no money like that. But they got so much oil money to play with that they can do whatever. The sand niggas got the money. They got the oil and the money. The sand niggas. You dig? So that's what's going on. So it is what it is. Shout out to Master Goku. Master Goku, what's up, fam? Master Goku, what's going on, fam? Ryan Jackson in the building. Who else over here? Behind the lens TV. Yeah, man, I just, it is what it is, fam. I mean, that's the way I see it. Shit, ain't shit, you know what I mean? Hey, shout out to Mika. Mika, what's going on? She say sounded like my 8-year-old nephew. She say sounded like my 8-year-old nephew. I'm just, I just listen, man. It is what it is, fam. It is what it is, man. Like shit, it is what it is. Fuck it. I'm like, man, shit. I mean, that's what fucked it up. You did?
We the Charlo twins. We known for calling everybody out.
Please call these people out. Listen, the whole world's looking at you. Call these people out.
What's up? It's the Jamal the Hitman Charlo. Let's get it. Who want it?
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Mexican monster.
Nello.
Bro, you know boxing. Bro, boxing in America is so fugazi at the moment. Bro, like, I'm so happy about Brian Norman Jr. and Debo Devin Haney. Debo Dev. Now, I do have Debo Dev getting low. I don't think he's going 12 rounds, but that's neither here nor there. Two black fighters in their prime fighting each other. It's so unheard of. I wish the fight was over here. David Benavidez is fighting on that fight card. Guess what? Don't nobody even know nothing about that fight. Bam Rodriguez is fighting on that card. Guess what? Don't nobody even know nothing about who Bam fighting. He fighting Martinez. Abdullah Mason is fighting on that fight card. He's fighting Sam Noakes. Don't nobody really even know about it. You know the fight everybody talking about on that card? They are talking about Debo Dev. They're talking about Brian Norman Jr. versus Debo Devin Haney. Because Brian Norman Sr. has done a great job in promoting that fight. I have done a great job in promoting that fight. And I also came up with a slogan and a moniker for Debo Devin Haney. Debo Dev in 5. The Debo Dev in 5 campaign. I started that. Bringing the level of excitement up. Guess what? Because at least they are engaging. Abdullah Mason don't talk, so he ain't gonna say nothing. And it's like, these guys don't know how to promote. Vergil Ortiz don't say shit. Oscar do talking for him, so he don't really say shit. Boots got a kiddish laugh. So you get what I'm saying? Like a lot of these dudes, they need mouthpieces for them. This is why I am an advocate. This is why hey, shout out to Mr. AGR. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to you for giving out on 5 memberships. Shout out to Mr. AGR. Let's give him a round of applause. Shout out to Weedy. Weedy became a member. Chris T. Jones, Chrome Washington, Pancho Villa. Y'all need to give Weedy, man. Y'all congratulate Weedy on buying y'all memberships. But back to what I was saying though, like another thing these fighters need. They need to understand this is not yesterday. This is not the day of, I'm going to sign with a promotional company and then they're going to blow me up and I'm going to become a star. It doesn't work that way. Not in 2025 going into 2026. In this social media era, people like to talk about Floyd Mayweather, but they don't do what Floyd Mayweather did. They like to talk about, well, Floyd made this and he made smart investments. Yeah, but you ain't got an ounce of Floyd charisma in your body. You don't even know how to brand yourself. You don't even know what branding is. How you an independent contractor as a fighter signed to a promotional company and don't nobody know, and you supposed to be a star fighter and don't nobody know you outside of boxing who the fuck you is. True. You can't talk. You don't know how to hold a conversation. You don't know how to you don't know how to use social media. You cry, whine, bitch, and moan. We hear bullshit Superman stories about you. You have rabid fan bases who tell us you the best thing since Godzilla, but you scared to fight King Kong. You fight Mojo Jojo, Papa Smurf, Azrael, Gargamel, Snarf from the Thundercats, and you want to tell me that your fighter is the best thing since Bam Bam Bigelow. And when I call you out on it, you get mad at me. You like to compare your fighters to the legends of the past, but you don't want to do what the legends of the past did in order to establish their legendary status in the sport of boxing. You want it handed to you through social media platforms and YouTube channels who are pro you. You want to be compared to Sugar Ray, but you don't want to do what Sugar Ray did. You want to be compared to Hagler, but you don't want to do what Hagler did. You want to be compared to Floyd Mayweather and even Oscar De La Hoya, but you don't want to do what Oscar De La Hoya did when he was the golden boy. This was before the pantyhose, the high heels and the fishnets, and the lipstick, and the makeup, and the eyeshadow, and the thongs. This was pre-that. Brian Norman, 24. Devin Haney, 26. They black. Got 2 black fathers, both of them over there in Saudi Arabia, and they finna fight. Ain't nobody talking about I got more leverage than you. Ain't nobody talking about I'm the A side. Even though Bill and them did try that, they did try the A-side shit, and Bill Haney did even insinuate that Brian Norman Jr. was on PEDs. He insinuated that. And you know I ain't lying, Bill. Don't make me pull up them receipts. True. But I'm past all of that. Right now, in a few more weeks, they over there fight. They finna fight. This gonna be the dispute to end all disputes. May the best man win. After the fight, we're going to see what everybody have to say, including myself. And then we're going to move on to the next fight, like we always do. We've been doing this shit for going on 5 years. We ain't going to stop. So that's where I'm at with it. I like A New Way. I like Bam. Bam doing this thing. I met Bam. He's one of the nicest people you ever want to meet. I'm going to tell you some fighters who are very, very nice and approachable that I met. Bam Rodriguez, very nice and approachable. What's the fighter that let me pull him up. He's a golden, no, he's an Oscar De La Hoya fighter. No, hold on, what's Shakur Stevenson at? What's the damn, I interviewed him, one of my best interviews, fam. What's the dude that Shakur Stevenson fought at at super featherweight? Let me look him up. Mexican dude, man, one of the nicest. This dude's so nice, bro. Let me look him up. Oscar Valdez. Oscar Valdez, one of the nicest people you ever want to meet, very approachable. I'm gonna give you some fighters who they don't give off that Hollywood attitude mentality. Brian Norman Jr., very approachable, nice guy. One of the coolest dudes you ever want to meet. Terence Crawford, very approachable, nice guy. In the past, he wasn't approachable, but right now he's in a good place in his life. 8 figures, rich, doing very well, property all over the country. He's well, very approachable. See, Roberto Duran. I met Roberto Duran, bro. I was so happy to meet Roberto Duran. I was so happy to meet Roberto Duran, bro. Lord have mercy. And James Toney. Lights out. He might have an attitude when you come up to him. He gonna be looking mean, like, what's up? Like he want to fight. When you come to James Toney, make sure you nice. Telling you right now. Make sure you show respect to Lights Out. Because James Toney still think he in his 20s. He's still ready to fight right now. So if you meet James Toney, just make sure you know, man, James Toney, how you doing, man? Lights Out, Tony. What's up, baby? Man, you one of my favorite. Make sure you say that now. Make sure you say that. Then he'll let his guard down. Yeah. What's up? Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up? Yeah, you been watching my fight? Yeah, I've been watching your fight, baby. What's happening, man? Man, I like how you used to do how you used to do that Philly shit, how you slip and keep the paws in the pocket. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, you want a picture? Come on, let's get a picture. You get what I'm saying? That's how you gotta talk the lights out. That's how you gotta talk the lights out. I'm telling you, that nigga crazy. Hey, my main man Anthony Peterson. And Anthony Peterson, cool as hell. Nice, very approachable. There's some more fighters I met, man. I mean, my mind going blank, dog. I'm talking about it's some more fighters I met. Oh, hold on. Hey, hold on. Hey, check this out. Hey, Jamie. Hey, shout out to the Boston Don. Check this out. I met Malik Scott. Hey, I met Malik Scott. Malik Scott, one of the nicest people you ever want to meet. He's very charismatic. He's very philosophical in this conversation. You know, y'all know Malik Scott from Philly. Them niggas from Philly get some good talkers. Tell you, Philadelphia got there's some good talking that niggas out of Philly. Tell you. Now Oakland, they got the game. The flim flam and all that there. They got the game. But Philly, listen, Philly got game too, though. Dr. Umar Johnson is a prime example of that. Malik Scott is a prime example of that. Well, you know, this how he talk. I look at it like this. If Deontay would only apply the teachings that I instilled in him in training camp and in sparring, if we're able to make the connect from there to inside of the ring against an opponent, we can be able to see the evolution of a Deontay Wilder as it relates to him being 10 times better and more skilled than Muhammad Ali inside of the ring. Like, my nigga, what the fuck you did? Like, listen to this nigga, what the fuck you just said? Like he's very, very philosophical. Shout out to Daniel. Daniel, what's going on, fam? He's very philosophical. I say, I see how he talked this way and become a Deontay Wilder lead trainer. Well, this old smooth talking nigga. This nigga smooth, boy. Listen, Malik Scott smooth. I'm telling you, he's smooth now. You ain't listen. Them Philly niggas smooth. They smooth now. Cause they do it. They game so smooth that you don't even know they running game on you. Now, when Bill Haney talk, you know Bill running game. It's obvious. He's smooth, but he ain't smooth enough to pop it to where you know he ain't full of shit. See, the ones who real good at the game, they able to kick it so good that you don't even know they running game on you. That's how smooth they is. Bossa Dons, he said Robert Garcia cool as hell too, coach. Yeah, I never met Robert Garcia. So that's why I never named Robert Garcia. I never met him. I'm only going by people who I met. And then I met Keyshawn Davis. Nah. Diva. Met Shakur. Spoke with Shakur a couple of times. Nah. Devin Haney. I mean, Devin was cool with me. I met him in Miami, and then I met him again in Vegas. He was cool with me. You know what I mean? So I really don't, you get what I'm saying? Devin was cool with me. So, but I really don't, I haven't been around him like that. You get what I'm saying? Haven't been around him like that. But the few times I've been around him in Miami and in Vegas, he was cool. It's some more fighters. Hey, shout out to Tila. Tila, what's going on? I never met Errol Spence, but I've heard from Bud Crawford, Bo Mad, Coach Red. They say Spence is one of the most nicest people you ever want to meet. This is what Terence Crawford. This is for you Errol sexuals, not Errol Spence fans. There's a difference between an Errol Spence fan and an aerosexual. An aerosexual is an extreme male groupie fan of Errol Spence. You the one that get mad, go to threatening niggas online, talking about you better not say nothing about Errol or this and that. That's you know, that's who you are, right? Bud was like, look, man, I'm gonna tell y'all the true story. After Bud Crawford beat Errol Spence, I was at his mom's house. I posted a video of me recording Terence Crawford, Sean Porter, Terence Crawford's cousin. I forgot his name. I forgot his name. That's my main man though. And Sean Porter was playing spades. I forgot who we was playing spades with. And Miss Deborah, which is Bud's mom, called me to the back. She said, Malachi, Coach Malachi, what's up? You want something to eat? So they cooked fried catfish. We had fried catfish after that Spence fight, right? This was the day of the parade. After the parade, I recorded this. I had a plate of fish. I handed it to Bud. I say, Bud, man, why don't you take a picture, man, with this plate of fish to celebrate we having the fish fry? You know what he told me? He said, nah, I ain't finna do that. Later on that night, I had forgot all about it. Afterwards, later on that night, when everybody was getting ready to leave, I forgot where everybody went. I think we went to the Steel House. We went to the Steel House downtown Omaha. Bud he say, Coach, I said, what's up? He said, man, you know why? You know why I didn't take that picture, that plate of fish? You know why I didn't take that picture? I said, why? He said, man, I got a great deal of respect for Errol Spence. He said, Spence didn't have to make this fight. Al Heyman was blocking the fight. Al Heyman gave me every runaround in the world to block this fight. He said, when we went to BLK Prime, I was trying to find an opponent. BLK Prime presented Jaron Boots Ennis to me. I said, yeah, no problem. I ain't got no problem fighting him. Blue Blood Sports TV was over there with BLK Prime. Zab Judah, Hall of Famer, was over there. I spoke to these guys. Dez, the owner of BLK Prime, was over there. They tried to make that fight happen. Boots Ennis said what he said on YSM video, YSM TV video, YouTube channel. Stephen Espinosa said what he said. He said that Spence could have just hid behind Al Heyman like he been he could have just hid behind him. He didn't say like he been doing, but he said he could have just hid behind him. Spence realized what was going on, and he decided to disobey Al Heyman. This is what Bud told me. He decided to disobey Al Heyman and make that fight anyways against Al Heyman's wishes. That's why when they was on the stage at the weigh-in of the face-off and they shook hands, and Spence said, you need to thank me for making this fight happen. And Bud bowed his head to Spence. Go back and look at the video. He bowed his head to Spence and said, yeah, man, I appreciate you. We both made it happen. Because had Bud not reached out to Errol Spence never would have made that fight happen. We still would have been talking about call Al. So Bud took the initiative. Spence didn't reach out to him. He had to reach out directly to Spence. That's how the fight got made. So he said, I got a great deal of respect for Errol Spence. Errol Spence, one of my favorite fighters. I never shit on Spence. That's what he said. Coach Red said the same thing. Bernie the Bossa said something different, of course, but y'all know Bernie. Bernie a loud white. And Bomac said the same thing. Now, Bomac did say he fucked up when he signed the contract. He did say that. So, from what that, because I never met Errol Spence, but from what they told me, they say, man, he one of the nicest people you ever want to meet. So, I just want to share that with y'all. Got a super chat. Mr. AGR, so shout out to you, brother, for gifting 5 members, 5 memberships. Shout out to Falcon, dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Super chat received.
He say fighters used to have a chip on their shoulder. If there was a competitor in or around their weight class, they would be looking to settle the score. Yeah. Those days are over. Yeah, those days are over. You get what I'm saying, Falcon?
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
And if you look at after the fight inside of the ring, when the fight was stopped, Terence Crawford won. Do y'all remember how humble Terence Crawford was? He didn't gloat. He was like, yeah, pussy ass nigga, I told you what I was gonna do to you. Yeah, I stomped you out in front of all your fans. He was so classy. Y'all remember what he did? He thanked God in the middle. He thanked God in the ring. And then he came up to Errol Spence. He put his hands on his shoulder. Y'all remember when they was face to face? He said, man, I appreciate you. Because if it wasn't for you, this fight wouldn't have happened. And Derrick James was sitting there looking at Crawford crazy, and he grabbed Crawford's gloves and he squeezed his gloves. He squeezed his gloves because he thought he had egg weights in there. Hold on. Derrick James squeezed his gloves because he thought Bud had egg weights in there. Go back and look at it. Look at the weigh-in, what was said at the weigh-in. When they faced off and they gave each other 5 and Bud had his head tilted to the side like that. Go back and look at that video and then go back and look at after the fight, what he said in the ring. He said, man, I thank you. So that's what he told me. I was ready to clown the nigga. I ready to clown the nigga. Y'all know how petty I am. And Bernard the Boss are already on 10 already. So, but he was like, nah, we ain't doing that. So now I got a great deal of respect for Errol Spence based on what Crawford told me. That's being honest. Caller, what's your name? You the last call.
There was one on Coach, is the one Mr. Ham.
Ham. Ham from the ATL. Talk to me, brother.
Yeah, not too much, Coach. Love your summation of not only Errol Spence, and you can tell with him being stand up, he still has a good fan base because of that. He took his chance to go away from Al Heyman or the Wizard of Al or whomever.
He said Wizard of Al. I ain't never heard of that one. The Wizard of Al.
The Wizard of Al.
Oh,
yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So because of that, that was his way of standing on business. And even if he decides to come back, even if he retires, I gain a lot of respect for him for taking that chance to take the fight. And that's what a lot of these fighters, they're afraid of, like Pop said on Friday, they're scared to take an ass whooping, they're scared to lose that oath. So I do like the fact that he took that chance, and he'll be remembered for that for sure. Like how you talked about Devin Haney. Devin Haney is impressionable. And that's one thing about him. So you may get one person, you may get a different side of him if his dad's around. You may get a whole different side of him if Floyd is around. So, he's his own on that end. And his dad is just arrogant. That's why he'll be bullshitting in front of you and won't even care. He can't be smooth about it. He's just too arrogant.
Hey, listen, Bill be popping that game, dog. And he can know that you realize he popping game. He gonna keep popping the game because he think he can outgame you. Like, yeah, the nigga know I'm popping game to see what it is. Cause Bill be mesmerized by his own words. You dig? And see, I'm from deep East Oakland, baby. And you know what I mean? Like, it got to be in you, not on you. You dig? And when I come from the mean streets of Oakland, when I was out there doing my thing, I was through with it before you knew what to do with it. So Bill going to talk. Bill going to talk. Hey, hell, Bill going to talk in that flip. I'm like, man, that's what I like about him, though.
Yeah. No, he's being himself. That's one thing about it. That's him. He's like Terrell Owens. When Terrell Owens said he loves me some meat, that's him. That's Bill Haney.
Yeah.
But as far as Boots, like Boots standing on business, and you're right. If Ortiz decides that he doesn't want to take the fight, because the thing is, he
these fighters, they can hide behind their promotional groups all day. But it's still up to them to make that decision. So if he, and I'm putting the onus on him, if he decides that he doesn't want to fight Boots, then Boots just has to move on. And the people will continue to be in his corner. You won't have these hit sits, because there's been several videos on how Boots been following the Tank Davis game plan. You know what I mean? As far as the type of fights that he's been having. So continue standing on business. Standing on business doesn't always mean that you may get that opponent that you want. It just means that, hey, this didn't work. I'm moving forward, and this is my path. So, you know, good luck, and I hope the fight, you know, happens. And it seems like Ortiz is just funny how history repeats itself. I remember when Errol Spence, right before he was on the verge of fighting for Crawford, there was some fight that he was supposed to, and they actually made the fight. I think he had an accident or something happened during his training where he was
he was gonna fight. He was fighting Manny Pacquiao. Yeah.
Yeah. So it seemed like Ortiz was trying to follow that same game plan with trying to get Errol Spence fight. So I'm glad that DAZN nixed it. But boxing is in an interesting place. I just hope that these young fighters don't follow the same game plan that some of these older fighters have. With, you know, it's good seeing B. Norman Jr. and even Devin Haney.
Even there, man. Like,
take risks.
I like, man. I like Devin Haney, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I like Devin Haney and Brian Norman Jr. To be honest, I got Brian Norman beating Devin Haney, but that don't mean I don't like, you know, Devin Haney. You know what I mean? It's just like I told Bill, I don't like this fight for y'all stylistically, dog. Like this gonna be the hardest fight, in my opinion, your son's ever had, because, you know, it's a lot of shit was said. Y'all think this dude just a basic, aggressive, ain't got but a left hook, clumsy, can't box type fighter. And I'm like, boy, if y'all miscalculate on everything, I don't know if that's just what you're saying for the public, but in real life, when the camera's not on, y'all like, man, this motherfucker can fight. Like, you saw this shit. I don't know if that's what's going on, but we gonna find out November 22nd.
Well, you already know the deal. Once it got to a point, once the cat was out of the bag, that you already knew about when it came to the size of the gloves and wanted to change that up.
Yeah, they want to change the gloves.
And and then Bill's inconspicuous quietness over time where he just started talking. That goes to show how serious they're taking the fight. But yeah, boxing is on the up and up, and yeah, Coach, appreciate you taking my call as always, brother.
Man, shout out to my brother, man, Mike, man. Hamilton, salute to you, brother, man. I appreciate you, fam. Let's get a round of applause. And I'm a main man. ATL stand up. Hey, shout out to the boxing dog. He say, man, that Haney Norman fight gonna be fun. Yeah, man, you know, again, irregardless of who win, if Norman win or if Devin Haney win, whoever lose, I'm not gonna clown either fighter, because, again, I respect the fact that Brian Norman and Devin Haney fighting each other. I'm not going to take anything away from Devin Haney. Devin Haney is a champion. He's fighting a tough guy. And Brian Norman is an up-and-coming champion. He's a champion now, and he's fighting the guy who has a bigger name than him and a better resume. So I like that. So whoever win, you know what I mean? No, we're going to have our fun with it and stuff like that now. We won't do that, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, man, I like that. This is historic. You got two black men who have two black sons who are fighting each other in their prime at 24 and 26 years old. You're not gonna get that. We got two young. Hold on. Check this out. I want y'all to see this. Now, of course, Turki Al-Sheikh is involved. Of course, we do know Turki Al-Sheikh is involved. But the point is this here: Brian Norman and Devin Haney, regardless of how the fight got made, they're fighting. Then we got another dude, a promoter. Well, we got options, and, we're the A side, and, well, you need to go fight this guy first and then go fight that guy, and Snart from the Thundercats, He-Man wants to fight, and, you got to fight, what Tim Bradley say? If I was Vergil Ortiz, I'd make Boots work for it. Bro, I be damn. Yeah, see what you got to do now. You got to make him work for it, because you fought the other dudes. He ain't fought none of them dudes. He just got here. So before he fight you, tell him he got to fight at least the guys that you fought, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fights down the line. Once his resume is to our liking, then you can consider fighting him. That's what Tim Bradley sound like. True. I say, no, this nigga didn't. And Tim Bradley, that's my guy. That's my guy, fam. But I can't let him slide with that. I can't let him slide with that. That wouldn't be me if I did that. And if I lose the friendship with him, so be it. But bro, that's some bullshit. Sound like a bunch of buck dancing and chicken Georgian, fam. Now what we got to do now, not buck dancing, but you know what we got to do now, no, he got to own it. Because she ain't fought nobody. Yeah, we know he ain't fought nobody, but okay, but the other niggas, but what, so that mean they can't fight? No, they can't fight. But what about what they said in the ring? Yeah, what I do, we need to let him own it. He got to own it first. What he got to do, let's see, he got to fight He-Man. Then he got to fight Skeletor. Then he got to fight Mum-Ra. Then he got to fight doggone Lion-O. Then he got to fight all the Thundercats. Then he got to fight the Thanos, Darkseid, Mojo Jojo, Buttercup, Blossom, and Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls. Snarf, can't forget about him. He got to fight Vegeta, Black Frieza, Ultra Instinct Goku, Piccolo, Lord Beerus, Wiz, Master Roshi. Then once he get his resume up, then he can come talk to us. True. I say, yeah, once I go there, because I don't heard this before. They did this with Crawford. What Keith Thurman told Crawford? Oh, man, kid ain't fought nobody. He got to get a belt. Then he get a belt. Oh, man, he ain't beat nobody but Jeff Horn. Don't nobody care about the WBO belt. What is the WBO belt? That ain't even a real belt. They were saying all of that. Now that same Keith Thurman, yeah, man, I think a Crawford fight would be great for me and Crawford to fight each other. But for 5, 6 years, you was devaluing the man, saying he ain't fought nobody, he ain't did this, he ain't did that, wrong side of the street, this and that. Now you don't exhausted all of your options. Now you want to come back. Hey, Crawford, what's going on, buddy? Can we fight now? True. Oh no. The fuck you all rolling up on for, cuz? Huh? He must don't know. He can't know. Huh? He can't know. I want to dedicate this show to the hood.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. I did this for the hood. Y'all know I beat that boy.
I'm like, okay, if Bud ain't no draw, he ain't fought nobody, why you trying to fight him? Make it make sense. See, but I love taking their words and throwing it back at them. See, that's why motherfuckers don't like me. Because I'm going to take what you say and I'm going to throw it right back at you. Feel free to do the same to me. But I'm going to always remember what you said. I'm going to take it, throw it right back at you. Okay, so what changed? What changed from the time that he ain't fought nobody, he ain't got no resume, he got to earn the right? What changed? Yeah, what happened was she don't come back. So what happened was at the time he ain't fight nobody, and we really didn't know what he had because he had a whole lot more to do. But now that he did all of those things, now I feels that it's the right time for me to go. Now I know what I said about 4, 5, 6 years ago, 3, 4 years ago, 5. Now it's the time. No. We good. Now keep that same energy. Keep that same energy, fam. Yeah, it is what it is, man. Shout out to the Face of Boss. Yeah. Oh, that looks good. Hold on. Look like, let me see something. Is this dude over here? I saw a fuck nigga in the chat. Hold on. Wait a minute. Somebody, hold on. I just, I ain't been really looking at the chat, but I just saw a fuck nigga say something in the chat. This fuck nigga right here. He say, Tim is a man. He can say whatever the fuck he wants. And guess what? I'm a man. I can say whatever the fuck I want, fuck nigga. Donnell Austin, if that's your real name. Tim is a man, you right. Tim can say whatever he wants. What you say, Tim can say whatever the fuck he wants. I got a personal relationship with Tim Bradley. You don't even know Tim Bradley, fuck boy. I don't give a fuck who you is, nigga. I'm a man, I can say whatever the fuck I want. If you don't like it, leave. It ain't like it's shit you can do. You gonna continue to hide behind that avatar and suck your daddy dick, bitch ass nigga. True. My phone lines is open. You can call me during the show, after the show. 530-494-9636. I don't duck no smoke from no avatars. I don't play. You right. Tim Bradley's my friend. That's my partner. He can say whatever the fuck he want to say, but I can too. And if you don't like what the fuck I got to say, bitch ass nigga, why the fuck you over here? You voluntarily came over here. Just like you voluntarily came over here, you can voluntarily leave. I said what I said, nigga. Phone lines always open. Ask anybody who called me after the show. Coach Malachi, answer the phone. Fuck wrong with you? Anyways, I'm gonna give everybody a shout out. You got my attention, nigga. Now you got what you wanted. You got my attention. Now I'm gonna give it to you. And you can leave anytime you want. I don't give a fuck about you, whether you dead or alive, nigga. Remember that. Your mama should have aborted you. Anyways, give everybody a shout out after these messages. Hey man, shout out to Mr. Boring. And I ain't smoked no weed today, so y'all know me. When I ain't on weed, I'm a different person. So so it is what it is. When I ain't on weed, I'm me. When I'm on weed, I am me, but that's the laughing, funny, jovial side of me. When I'm not on weed, I'm like a straight shooter, dead serious person. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, as I said before, we don't force nobody to come over here. We got a great community over here. True Media Podcast, we got a great community. I love everybody in the chat. I don't like fuck niggas. I don't care if you a Mexican fuck nigga. Shout out to my main man, Mr. Tomato Can. That's my guy. I love Mr. Tomato Can. I don't care if you're a Mexican fuck nigga. I don't care if you're a black fuck nigga. I don't care if you're a white fuck nigga. I don't care if you're an Asian fuck nigga. A fuck nigga's a fuck nigga. Yeah, nigga, I disrespect you. What you gonna do about it? Nothing. True. I be at the fights. I be in different cities. I ain't gonna even see you nowhere. A lot of people know me. They see me. They'll tell you, nah, coach, straight shooter. The way I am on the show, I'm like that in person. Like for real though. I'm dead ass serious, dead ass. Shout out to Trey. Okay. Shout out to Master Goku. Some in November. Shout out to Mika Lovell. Shout out to Shaw Cool Hand. Salute, brother. My brother, the one Mr. Ham. Shout out to Freddie from Oakland. Rico from Indianapolis. Shout out to Tyrese man from the ATL. Coach Eddie from the ATL. But the ATL represented today. Shout out to Round One from Killer Cali. My brother Chris from Philly. Alan from LA. Bossy Nerd from Canada. Ron from Texas. Shout out to Benny Bronco. Benny, what's going on, fam? Schoolo X-Man. Shout out to Tony Montana. JC. Shout out to what's your name? What's your name, brother? Shout out to Rashad. Rashad, salute to you, fam. Shout out to EMS. Shout out to Jamie. Shout out to let me see what we got. Shout out to Benny. Benny, what's going on, fam? Let's see. Shout out to Tila. Miss Black Panther. JC. We got the lovely little Jessica. Lisa Bells. Hollow Davis. Shout out to Big Jag. Mr. Tomato Can, what's going on? Mr. Tomato Can, what's up, fam? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, matter of fact, y'all block that fuck nigga. Man, block that fuck nigga I just went off on. Block that fuck nigga. Create another account, hole nigga. You'll be back tomorrow. I know you will. Y'all block that fuck nigga. Shout out to Shaw Cool Hands. The lovely Miss Connie. Shout out to Jason Phillips. My brother, Jamie. Let's see who else we got in the building. Richie Baby. Mr. Gold Rush. G5 the Capo from the Bronx. Can't forget about shout out to Trent. Shout out to Trent Rich. Salute to you, fam. He say stall him out, coach. No sir, not today. That fuck nigga got to go. Shout out to Concern. He'll be back tomorrow. That nigga love me. It might be She Block bitch ass. It probably She Block. You know She Block create like 50,000 accounts. Yeah, get rid of that fuck nigga. Send him back to this man house. Shout out to shout out to QN. Who else we got? Heavy Chevy. Shout out to I got Trey. I got the lovely Tila. We have Brandy Sweet Like Candy. We got Mika Lovem. My brother Mr. Ham. Shout out to Hollowed. My main man. Shout out to my brother Daniel Agnew. Daniel, what's going on, fam? Hey, this how I used to be. I don't chill that a lot. This how I used to be. I'm trying not to get back like that, but you get what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a little bit more chill. Shout out to Rob. Shout out to let's see who else we got. I think that's damn. I'm starting to see some of the same names. I'm trying to see some new names before we go. I don't see any new names. Shout out to Benny Bronco. Shout out to EMS, Gold Rush, Shaw Cool Hands. Shout out to RJ. RJ, what's up, fam? Shout out to RJ. What's up? It is what it is, man. I catch you guys on the next one, man. You know my motto. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace. Peace to the family, fam.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.